Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with another video. And today, this video is going to be a juicy one. So, as we are speaking, Florentino Perez has arrived actually in Spain right now. He has just arrived for his interview that he will be doing to spill the beans on everything in relation to the situation that's happening with the Super League. Here is footage of him currently in Spain as we speak during this interview. Let's get this on the road. Let's show you guys what's happening right now. So as you guys can see, Florentino Perez has arrived for his interview. Let me give you guys some of the details on what he has said so far in on the reports. Fabrizio Romano has reported that Florentino Perez' specific words were many clubs in Spain, Italy, and the UK found this as a very good solution for their bad financial situation. The only way we can play in a competitive game instead of having a Champions League is with the Super League. It helps the clubs recover their earnings that they have subsequently lost due to the coronavirus situation. Right now, what else is currently happening? There is breaking news every second as we speak. 1 second. So what else has happened? Florentino Perez says that when he first started, he started by saying this is just for the big teams, and the big teams have come together and consolidated in the Super League instead of playing in the Champions League to make up for the loss in revenue. That is the easiest way that he could put it. He said this project solely began because the clubs were suffering due to their lack of revenue, right? Due to their lack of revenue. That is another thing that he has said, right? He has said the interview has already started, guys. The interview started 3 minutes ago, and all the translations are coming out as we speak. So I'll be updating you guys as we speak. Here is the next. Let's get the next one up and running as we speak. 1 second. I'm updating you guys as we speak. Here is the next part if you guys want to see it, right? Here is the next part. Here's a live photo, the live footage from the actual interview as we speak. Here is the live footage, and in this he says, Florentino Perez says the club have to make more money by making more competitive games. He thinks the best way for the clubs to make more money is to play more competitive games. Okay, that is the best way. That is the best way for them to make more money. He's saying more competitive games is the best way to make more money. Florentino Perez says we must fix the revenue problem by matches with more competition. That is the best way for them to create a more competitive league, a more aggressive, a way to balance the funds throughout all the leagues, because they felt like there was no parity between the different leagues and they were struggling, where you have some Italian clubs financially struggling and you have the Premier League clubs financially wealthy and the top Spanish teams still struggling, right? This is happening live in Spain right now with this TV company. The TV company is called El Chiragu TV, right? And let's continue. Let's continue as we continue right now. Is any other updates? Florentino Perez, here at Real Madrid, we have lost a lot of money, and we are going through a very bad situation when we have lost a net. When there is no profit, and the only way we can make more money is by playing more competitions during the week. The Super League will save our club, will save the club financially. This has been reported just now as one of the quotes from the interview. Okay, as we continue, guys, do me a favor, smash a like on the video as we are over 100 people, as we are currently over 100 people watching this live. Do me a favor, smash a like on the goddamn video. Now let's continue. And there's yet to be any more updates. 1 second. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. He is here. He is ready. He is ready to talk. He's ready to speak, to tell us what's going on, everything that we need to know. He's ready for his interview, and he is ready for his interview. He's already started speaking. He's told us numerous things already. dropped the bomb on something, some bombshells already that we did not know. Do me a favor, guys, smash a goddamn like on this video while you guys are here. Let's talk about this. So Florentino Perez has so far already announced that he had to do this project. He felt like this was the only way financially that they could continue as a club, as an organization. They felt like exiting the UEFA, exiting the Champions League and starting their own league was the only way that they could do this by design. We have designed this an innovation and a revolutionary tournament that way the same teams that compete for the Champions League every year will be here. So basically he's saying that this is an alternative to the actual Champions League. This is the alternative to the Champions League. This is the main tournament that will battle the Champions League. This is the tournament that he feels like it will innovate football and push football forward to the future. This is the tournament that will push everybody into the future. That's what he's saying. That's what he's telling us. And that is what Florentino Perez believes is the best way for this to come to fruition. He feels like the Champions League is needed to move aside, and the Super League is the only way that these clubs can financially keep afloat with the tough times that they're currently going through with no fans, and save their future and adjust to the times. Because everybody needs to adjust eventually. Super League, everything needs to change, eventually keep up with the times as we go, right? Now, let's see if there's any more. What else is there? Okay, so specific words. We must fix the revenue problem by making more matches and being more competitive. 1, 2, he's saying that he has revolutionized the game by bringing in this new tournament, and it will resolve a lot of their financial issues. He says that Real Madrid, they were struggling financially and they had a lot of problems with their revenue streams and their bad situation with their finances. They feel like this will fix their issues, and it will bring them more money financially in the long run. This is, in my opinion, great news when it comes to the financial part of things for the club. But it will not benefit everybody. It will not benefit everyone. If everyone thinks it will benefit every single club, it will not benefit every single club. Let's be real. It will benefit the main 12 clubs that are currently in the league, that are currently in the Super League. It will benefit them. It will not benefit everybody. We know this. We already know this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not fake outrage. Let's not act like we don't know what it already is. We know what it is. We shouldn't act surprised by any of the remarks of what's going to be coming out today. He's going to be basically outlining the situation, telling us as it is as we go. And I have Indiana here with me, co-commentating. What are you saying, Indiana?
It's going to be interesting. I want to know what sort of spin he's going to put on it.
Yeah. So far, Florentino Perez has said the Super League is a solution to the difficult situation that football clubs currently find themselves going through, this financial difficult time and situation. It is reported that what is it called? What's that bank called? JP Morgan
right, yeah,
will financially back the Super League, and they are one of the major contributors that will be backing the Super League.
Yeah, look, I've got no issue with clubs trying to find another way of making money if they're struggling financially. I don't think any of us have got an issue with progress in terms of moving forward for football, for money, whatever you. Football's a business. It is a business to these owners, right? That's why they're there. My issue is just the fact that we have to think very carefully about how we approach this. I prefer UEFA's offer. Have you heard UEFA's offer?
Yeah, I've heard UEFA's offer, and UEFA's offer definitely is not a league like that. It's the same as the Champions League. It's just you play more games.
Well, no. What they're saying, instead of 32 teams, it's 36 teams. And what they'll do is they'll allow the elite clubs into the Champions League, even if they fail to qualify for the top 4.
Okay.
That's their
Florentino,
proposal, so it'd be league up to
one second. I
courts.
just need to say, Florentino Perez was asked about FIFA and UEFA, and he says football has changed, and his change is needed. Something has to be done, and he's putting his foot down, and he's saying, you know what, football has changed. This is the past. Basically, move on.
I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with progress. I don't have an issue with change. I don't think we're all happy with the way the Champions League is now. I mean, look at this season's Champions League, for instance. You're talking about the top clubs playing each other to win a trophy. I like the idea of it being a league and then going to knockout football. I prefer that.
Let me update
that shows you how good you are.
Indiana, let me update everyone. Florentino Perez, football must evolve like in everything in life. Football has to adapt to the times that we live in now. Football has lost interest. TV rights has decreased. We want to do the Super League. The pandemic has given us the urgency. Now we
are all ruined in football.
Now we are all ruined in football. I couldn't believe what I was reading. Wow. These are hard words coming from this man. He literally is saying that the pandemic has given us the urgency, but now we are all ruined in football. My guy, Cams, you're just sitting there, calm.
What can I say, fam? By the way, Shook, sorry, bro, I was so in my thing, in my bro.
I saw you, bro. Meltdown City, bro. I saw you, bro. I saw you, bro. I felt the pain in your voice in that, bro. I felt it.
Bro, I can't.
Oh, sorry, bro. I'm sorry. There's more news. It's a big worry that 44% of people of the age between 16 and 24 don't watch football anymore. There are many games with low quality and don't have anybody interested. The move is to make football more attractive to the wider public.
Now that I get. That I get in terms of Champions League. I understand that in a way.
Okay,
another
update, Indiana. He's speaking, and everything is getting filtered out right now. Football needs to change, be more attractive as a global game to interest. The Champions League has become lost in interest. It had its time in the 1950s. It has changed, and now FIFA and UEFA are against it. But that's how football has to change. He's basically saying, if you guys are against it, I don't care. This is how football is going to progress, and this is how football is going to change. Honestly, guys, there's so much stuff coming out. I'm going to have to keep continuing to talk.
He's also said here this will be better for all clubs, not just.
Yeah, he said that the attractiveness of football, playing between these teams, the value of TV increasing, the general income being generated, how rich these teams can become from the Super League, how it is saved. This could save football. This could make things more. This could be the crucial moment that saves football. He's actually saying that he's saving football.
How does explain to me that saves a club like West Ham?
He's just said it here. He said, if we have more money, it will be better for everyone because he will be able to sign players from smaller clubs for a lot of money and help them too.
That's just bollocks. I'm sorry. That doesn't really help them.
He also said, all I do... He said, all I do is for the good of football.
Where are you getting your report from?
Madrid Zone.
Oh, Madrid Zone's on point.
They've been on it all day. Oh my God.
They went from like 35k followers to 54,000 within like a day.
Wow.
I followed the wrong Madrid Zone the other day. There was when people make fake ones?
Yeah, there was just a fake one.
What I gotta say is 16 to 24-year-olds lost interest in football.
Wait, this is big.
Yo, guys, we'll do our reaction after. Everything's coming in right now. We need to be on point. Okay.
The Super League is not a closed league. That's totally false. It's an open league that any good team can reach, regardless of the name. So
how
relegations?
How the fuck are Arsenal in it?
Listen. Let's not try to get too ahead of ourselves right now. Florentino Perez also says that the 50s UEFA rejected the European competitions and only to change their mind later on. Now it's happening again. It's basically it's basically happening again. It's deja vu.
Say that again.
Basically, in the 1950s, they rejected the idea of a Champions League, and now it's happening again.
What, a Super League or a Champions League?
Yeah, the Super
European
League,
Cup.
basically. The Super League will be open. There will be 15 clubs. There will be 15 clubs that are members, and five will enter every year based on sporting merit.
But
You
then
already know this?
the original 15 cannot get relegated from it, though. I like.
He said,
Yeah, the original 15 will not be
just said here-
relegated. He's saying the Super League is like the Champions League. It's basically the Champions League. It's just he doesn't understand why the outroar.
Because you're not because it's not equal, because not everybody's there on merit. That's the point. 15 of those teams are not there on merit.
Yeah, but he said these clubs are making profit. Okay, these are the biggest clubs in the world, and he just said that.
Okay, guys, 15. Let me get 15 founding members.
What I want to do, fucking
15
guys.
of the 15 founding members will always will generate what? 15 founders will generate the value of the TV revenue. The other 5 will come on merit, footballing merit, and it will not be a closed league. The money will be shared, and solidarity payments will be given out.
So,
So
I
basically,
get
the richest club
that.
will stay there, basically.
I get that end of it, right? So you have the 15 most commercial clubs in
Basically.
the league because they pull in the TV views,
The views,
advertising, blah blah blah. Cool. In terms of football, how competitive is that? Because these teams, year upon year, are making more money than the other 5 that have to compete with everybody else to get into those Super League spots.
Exactly.
So they will always have an advantage.
Okay, so he specifically is adamant that this will not be a closed league, that the 5 teams will always earn their way in, but it doesn't say anything about if there will be 5 teams relegated every season.
So that would probably mean that if there's a
They'd have
wild
to-
card in who would win, let's say if Leicester won the Premier League, then they would get in.
Well, you'd have
Basically.
to relegate 5, wouldn't you? Because otherwise, in 10 years' time, you've got an extra 50 teams in there.
He is unequivocal that this is not a closed league. That is absolutely not true whatsoever. The 5 teams will always have an available spot to play, and the other best teams in the world will always be allowed to play.
Okay, so what if the 5 out of the 15 teams are the last ones in that competition? Who then out of them 5?
He hit back at the public. He says, we do not understand the reaction. Everything, it was clear from the official statement. Basically saying, I don't understand why the uproar.
He said as well, that new UCL format will not save football. I don't understand it. It won't help anything.
If you win, you will
Which is
receive
true.
up. If you win,
Hey,
you will
listen,
receive
hey,
100.
listen. Hold on. I'm seeing your chat, yeah. Hey, Puya and Milad, shut the fuck up, both of you, innit, about all that bullshit talk, bruv. Allow that, bruv.
They're blocked. Okay. If you win, you will receive 120 to 130 million from UEFA. But in the Super League, you will earn much more. You will earn upwards of 3 times that. Just on entrance alone, you will earn 300 million.
Okay, so let's put it like this: Leicester get in one of those 5 spots. Real Madrid have been in there for 2 seasons. They've won it 2 times on the bounce, which means not only do they get their payment of 300 whatever it is a year, they also get the extra money from winning it twice in a row. How do Leicester compete with Real Madrid?
It's going to be difficult. Now,
No,
they
it'd be
also
fucking
say that
impossible
Florentino
again.
Perez.
That's the point here. It's not competitive. It's not competitive.
Oh my God, this guy, the cheek. He says we want to save football. For 20 years, the Super League will do that.
Stan Kroenke was to save football, you know. Fucking
We
hell,
want
mate.
to save football for 20 years. Florentino Perez says for 20 years, this is agreed, it will save football. Oh my God. Oh, wow. He has the cheek to say, listen to this. UEFA is a monopoly, but needs to be more transparent. We will save football for the next 20 years. It is time for serious, it is serious danger. What? If you win and you receive 120 to 130 million by UEFA, the Super League, we will earn much more. He's basically saying that they will be more transparent. They will also have referees who have mics on. They will be 100% more focused on fixing football, and you will get much more money than what you would have gotten if you were in UEFA. So basically just trying to outline why these clubs are interested.
No, I get that. I understand that there'll be elements of this that are much more attractive and much more profitable. What I do not want to see is a league of teams that are in there year after year making money, and then 5 teams come in who just cannot compete with them.
Our players will not be.
Yo, he just said, I am saving football from UEFA's monopoly.
He just said here as well. He said here, our players will not be banned from the World Cup. I guarantee it. They can be 100% certain of that.
Fucking hell. That's gang talk. That's gang talk, bro.
Yeah, but they won't.
Hey,
They won't. They need Messi, Ronaldo, and
listen, I wonder about.
Well, you would think that about the Premier League, though. You'd think the Premier League would need the Kevin De Bruyne's and the Kai Havertz.
The Premier League are going to bow down to it in some way.
I agree. So I think so as well. I think they're going to get.
Do you know what I think the Premier League will do? The Premier League will say, we'll try and come out with some sort of deal where they're like, to appease the other clubs, you either have to pay
guys, you know what he just said? I came in
2000.
2000. Sorry, Indiana. I came in 2000 to save Real Madrid. I did. Now I'm saving. Now I saved that.
All right, Superman. All right, man.
Yeah, Real Madrid needed saving by you, man.
Fucking hell, Batman's on the scene. Yay.
Guys, do me a favor.
Man.
Every single one of you guys, over 159 people in the chat, can you do me a favor? Smash a like on this goddamn video. As you guys are here, we will continue to breaking more news as we go.
Subscribe to the channel as well, please, people. Make sure you do that and share it on your socials. It's completely free to do it. Get it on your socials now. Share it. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it may be. Whatever you can do, share it out, please.
100%. Guys, smash a like on the goddamn video also. And don't forget to subscribe. We're already at 143 likes. Let's keep those going. Now, let's talk about Florentino Perez. Florentino Perez has just said, kick us out from this season's UCL will be absolutely... I guarantee you it will not happen 100%. He's basically guaranteeing that they will not kick us out of they will not kick anybody out of the Champions League or the European competitions this season.
Well, no, they need the viewers.
Well, we're not in it anyway. They're not in it anyway. So what's he on about?
Yo, he literally said, kick us out. Good Express, you have it up, right? What does he say?
Yeah. He said, kicking us out from this season's Champions League, absolutely not. I guarantee it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Basically meaning that the semi-finals of both competitions will go through and they won't be cancelled. They've said it earlier. They said
How is he so confident? How is he so confident?
No, he is confident because it's factual. They said it earlier. UEFA have 2 options. They either crown PSG as champions and lose all the TV rights to the semi-finals, or they just take the money.
Okay,
that's it. This is what I'm saying with UEFA. They're hypocritical. They complain about the Super League making money, yet they won't ban these 3 teams from the current season because of money.
Yo, he just mentioned one second, bombshell. He just mentioned Sevilla is one of the clubs that can enter the league. It will not be a closed league. We believe that what clubs can offer, they will fight to play for within our competition. So he's basically saying any teams like Sevilla would be able to enter this league. It is not a closed league, and we'll be able to give them time to compete and to join the league.
He also said it's over. Their monopoly is over. It's time for a new era regarding UEFA.
You guys heard it. It's over. Like Vince Carter.
I agree. I do agree with that. I do agree that a change has been needed from UEFA and FIFA. It's so corrupt. It really is corrupt. I agree with that. Again, I just do not like the structure of the football. I don't like the structure of the money, and I don't like the structure of the football because in 5 years' time, imagine those 15 teams that have been paid that money over 5 years. And then a Leicester comes up, a Sevilla. They cannot compete.
Cannot compete, yeah, 100%.
Dortmund cannot compete.
Even in their leagues, they cannot. How
exactly.
We get 350 mil a year How on earth are Burnley going to try and come up and compete against?
Shots.
Guys,
It's not
more
just
news.
that.
More news.
Think about this. This
they
is on top
can't-
of already being
Yo,
the
one
richest
second.
clubs in the
They
league.
can't kick us out this season's UCL, and they can't kick us out of our domestic leagues. Totally impossible.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
That's fight talk. That's actually.
Can we just, before we carry on, can we put some respect on the Madrid zone admin, because his thumbs must be hurting right now.
Is he making any mistakes as well? Because I know
It's all perfect English. All of it.
Jeez,
It's
my
mad.
guy.
Hashtags
they
and
need-
everything, bro.
They need to hire him for the Arsenal website, bro. The amount of web mistakes
Yeah,
that come
there's
up
so
on
many mistakes,
Arsenal.com.
Jesus
Flipping
Christ.
hell, bro. Every
Yo,
single press conference.
More news.
You wait. Oh, fight talk. Woo, guys, stay tuned for this. The man says UEFA believe we're their property and that they can do whatever they want with us, and that is wrong. They're wrong. Basically saying, you know what? We're not your property. UEFA, we're doing this without you guys, and you guys can go bin off. This is crazy fight talk, guys. Guys, everyone in the chat, let me know. Do you guys think Florentino Perez is right, or do you think he's wrong to give shots at UEFA? Because you know what, UEFA are not free in this situation. They've let all our clubs get away with doing absolutely.
With all due respect, we want to save football. We have to make it so that in the next 20 years, no club loses 200 million euros. The situation is tragic.
Wow, you know what? On that point, he's right. We do lose. These clubs have lost a ridiculous amount of money, and UEFA don't care.
The more he speaks, the more I'm buying into the Super League.
Yo, this guy is a salesman.
Cam's losing his shit,
Question,
bro.
guys.
He's gonna need therapy in the morning.
Perez, did you guys get respect for Perez, or do you guys still think he's a fraud? Put in the chat. Respect or fraud? Let me know.
Fraud, man. Still a
I
fraud.
respect him.
Wrong channel, wrong day.
Still a
bro.
fraud.
Man, Cam put the bottom of his boot.
He's still a fraud, bro. Think about it. How corrupt is it, yeah, that the fact that 3 of the teams in this league are actually, their owners are actually on the board. They are chairman of the actual whole league. Do you know how corrupt
No, you know
that
what
is?
this is, right? They
That's a conflict. That's a conflict of interest right there.
Manchester United, Barcelona will be more attractive than Manchester versus a smaller team. Just literally taking shots at every other team.
He also just said, Tebas, you have to show respect, and Tebas is the Liga president. So whatever he's trying to say there, then.
Wait, is he? Hang on a minute. Is he talking about just replacing the Champions League?
Yeah.
Yeah, just replacing the Champions League, not the
cool.
domestic tournament.
No. In that case, I hear him.
He's basically saying there's no point of having Krasnodar versus Barcelona. You might as well have Barcelona
this is the
Manchester
thing.
City.
Is he wrong?
He's not wrong. He's right. He's 100% right, and you have to agree with him there.
If you saw that game versus PSG versus Bayern, what at the same time,
It's the
what
viewership
game are you
numbers.
watching?
Exactly. It's the viewership numbers. Who the hell's going to watch Barcelona versus Krasnodar when Juventus versus Real Madrid's on? Like, it ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna
It's
happen.
like it happened the other day, but the PSG versus Bayern was on at the exact same time as
Chelsea Porto.
Sure, who the fuck watched? I mean, if you weren't a Chelsea supporter or a Porto supporter, you weren't watching that game. Not over PSG Bayern. I'm sorry.
I
world was
watched it for about 10 minutes. and
Even
it
the
got
Chelsea
bored.
fans, I don't think we're watching it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I said to them, "How on earth
They
can
all
you
have
actually
two
watch-"
screens on. That's how
That's how they were
relevant
watching.
the game was.
Yeah, 100%.
But again,
100%.
I
For it
like
to turn around to be a 0-0 as well.
I do listen. I like the idea of getting away from like the UEFA corruption. I like that. I want to believe that these owners that are going to be in charge of the league are going to be doing the right thing for the club and for football.
Wait, hold on.
He
What
just
just
said,
happened
he just
now?
said, we have not invited PSG.
Oh,
Oh, fight talks.
Wow.
Fight
okay.
talks.
Oh, but that's only because
Absolute fight talk.
they're part of the UEFA, though, isn't it? Apparently, someone on their board is part of the actual UEFA setup. Apparently,
Yeah, but so was
That's still mad, though.
Arsenal's and United's.
Well,
It's based.
the Juventus president, who's a vice chair, was the head of the ECA.
oh, see what I mean? How can somebody be running a
No, but
club?
that's why they left. That's why they resigned before they
Yeah, that's
signed
why they've all left.
up to it.
Guys.
That's why they resigned.
This guy has the interview of his life. Let's be real. This is the interview of his life.
You know that interview. You know the interview was thinking as well. He's probably thinking, right, I'm gonna get a fat bonus.
I'm gonna get a cut.
I'm getting a massive.
Yo, he just took another shot. Yo, Cam is in the chat too. The Champions League is only attractive for the quarterfinals. No one cares about the games before that.
Shit. Wow.
Yeah, that is a
pretty
violation.
dead. Listen, it is pretty dead. But let me ask you a question. Being that we know who these owners are that are now the vice chairmans, right? Are you happy, or would you be happy that they are making decisions on behalf of the league, of the Super League and the teams? Or would you prefer the amount of corruption there has been in UEFA? Bear in mind, UEFA are the people that are saying they want to ban these teams from playing in semi-finals, but when there's blatant racism, and they acknowledge that racism, they give a 10-game ban to one player and allow that club to play. Now that's complete. No, what I'm saying to you is,
one second.
Do you want to stick with your
priorities?
Another bombshell.
Where the priorities?
It's foolishness to want to kill the domestic leagues. It is foolishness. He's basically saying they have no intention to kill the domestic leagues. They still want to play in the domestic leagues. For them to think that they're trying to kill the domestic leagues, that's foolishness. It's unacceptable.
It's different for Perez in La Liga. It's very different. They don't have the competition that you have in the Prem.
The UEFA president insulted Agnelli today, and that is unacceptable. Agnelli is the vice chairman, who is also the Juventus president, who was the head of the ECA. The hilarious thing is, he hasn't even named
bullshit talk about Perez this and Perez that, and you man are fucking doing this. Oh, it sounds alright, you know.
No, but let me ask you: do you want to stick with UEFA? Are you happy? Are you happy going along with UEFA? And the amount of corruption.
I'm happy with whatever this fucking bullshit is going on. I'd rather that than this fucking. But do you realise, Do you actually fucking realise, if we do this, there's gonna be so many fit now. I'm not lying. How many matches do we when we see NBA, NFL, when we see these American football, American sports going on, and we're like, that's definitely a fix. That's definitely a fix. Yeah, that's fixed. That's fixed. That's going on now, Cam. That's going on now, my bro.
Yo. There's no updates yet. Oh, there's another update. I just seen what you said, Gunnar Express. He absolutely ripped into him, the UEFA head.
But the thing is with that is that the UEFA head is apparently he's godfather.
Oh my God! Did you just see that?
One second. Apparently he's godfather to Agnelli's child, and basically he lied to him. He lied to him and tell him about it. So I'll cuss him out as well.
You asked about 2 days ago.
Listen to Good Express.
Perez just said this. It's ridiculous that the UEFA president can allow himself to insult the president of a huge European club. We don't need these types of people in football. Disrespectful and unacceptable.
Oh, please. See, this is the thing. We can sit here and say, "Oh yeah, he's right about family matters," and he's right about it.
About Jose Mourinho, though, did he?
But he's right about certain things, like in terms of course, we want to see more competitive game, more bigger game, blah blah blah. But as Indiana said earlier, do we really trust that the people that we're looking at as leading, heading this new football tournament, considering what Kroenke, what Nick over at Spurs, and what the Glazers do?
Oh my God!
United. One second.
I have some updates, bro.
Go on.
He said, without the Super League, football will die before 2024. Big and small clubs will all die regardless.
Yeah, but okay, that's just conjecture.
He's just saying stuff. But are we really going to trust those people when they can't even run our clubs properly?
Yeah.
When I say trust it, business-wise, cool. But in terms of for the best interest of football at heart, I can't trust them.
100%.
Yo, Josh says, my guy Josh says, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to warm up to the idea. The only problem is
no relegation.
I have what? this is no
There's no relegation. He's saying everything Perez is
Big up
saying is
Josh
right.
as well, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
Get
Big
back
up
on
Josh.
the chair
Yo,
soon
I'm
as
not gonna
well.
lie. They just
Big up to
basically
Josh,
said
man.
there will be 5 teams that are promoted and relegated.
Yeah.
every season.
Yeah, we know that, but that's
Well, but-
5
so
out of
hold on.
20. That's 25%.
I've been listening to the strays that the NBA and NFL are getting, by the way, is completely ridiculous, by the way. I'm just going to say that right now.
Yeah,
Everybody comparing these things to the NFL or the NBA, you don't watch the sport. And you have no
No,
idea.
but what they are comparing it to, the ownership basically running the league.
It's just, no, that's not right either. That's not true. And I'm just going to leave that out. Like, unless somebody really wants to debate with it, I'll destroy you on it. It's not the same. The leagues are not the same. Let's stop that. No, it's getting annoying. Because
I hear you.
It's not.
I
They're
hear you.
completely different. And the only thing that's similar is that there's no relegation. That's the only thing.
Now, Cam, that's the worst.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Hold on.
There's relegation,
Hold
but
on.
only for certain teams.
I get it. No, I get
That's
it.
what's a bit
That's
unfair.
the only thing.
That's-
Now, the only way this will work, because the one thing I'll say that I agree with what Indiana, you nailed it, is like, how do you stop a team from Real Madrid, who's going to be always in it, from continuously to stack money, and then how do you expect them to ever not be good? The football has to introduce wage structures that are across the board. They have to introduce caps on how much players can be bought and sold for. And that was not happening in general. Man. So teams like Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich, I don't want to hear shit from a Borussia Dortmund and teams where they're saying, oh, we're above this, this, and that. I'm sorry, you're the same team that was holding a player ransom for $150 million. You're charging fees that are absolutely astronomical that only few clubs in the world can afford for these top-class players that catapult and keep these teams at the top. So I don't want to hear shit from those German clubs who are saying that we're above this, because you're not. You take advantage of the system as much as anybody else. The problem with this whole thing is what people have been saying is that the board and the co-chairs shouldn't be from the teams. That's messed up.
And I'm so with that. I promise
should not be
that's
from the
where
team.
corruption starts, right there. How can three of the teams in this league actually be owned by the teams in it? So basically, the leaders of the league are owned by 3 of the teams in the league that cannot get relegated.
Not just 3 of the teams.
Oh my God, guys! I have the actual footage.
Hey, listen. You might as well start picking out your Tom Brady of football, bruv. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna get these football rings now. And...
Well, if we're gonna talk about parity, there's no parity.
Hey, get these man out the chat, because these man.
Oh my God, ignore it.
My thing, innit? They were pissing me off, bruv.
The one thing about parity in European football, it's a myth that it exists. It doesn't exist, guys. If we go through the Champions League winners from 2005, Liverpool, Barcelona, Milan, Manchester United, Barcelona, Inter, Barcelona, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern.
I saw that.
Yeah, guys, you know what he's saying in this one? This is when he's actually getting at the guy. What's his name? He's actually talking about the UEFA guy.
Alexander
Seferin.
Yeah, Alexander.
That's just them two doing some political battles in public, innit? That don't really mean nothing. But for me, one of the statements that he makes, he says, we conclude that if we play the Super League instead of the Champions League, we'll be able to alleviate what we already lost. So they're basically using the coronavirus pandemic as a means to then change this the football landscape to benefit themselves. They say, oh, it's going to benefit everyone in football. No, but you talk about you've lost 400 million. Why is it that Barcelona is in so much debt? Why did you lose 400 million? You have to look at the way that your club's being run and wonder, why is it that you're at risk due to this coronavirus pandemic? You thought that life would just be sweet where you're paying Gareth Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo 600,000 a week and that could go on forever. And because of your own negligence in business, you're trying to then change football to fix your own issues. It's like when the banking crisis happened in England, in the UK, and the banks were selling 40 loans to people that couldn't, 40 loans to the public, and then they had to, instead of actually being sanctioned for their own poor business, negligence, they went and got a bailout from the government to save themselves. That's exactly what's happening at the cost of everyone else.
And they took away people's pensions, saying, sorry, you ain't got that money no more. And this is what I'm trying to say. This is the guy now that is really...
Tomorrow, we are going to explain the truth of what this competition is. So they're going to do another story tomorrow So
Bro, do
you
you know
guys
how
know
much
what
money they're making from this alone?
Listen, Agal.
Even this is a
big part of doing these interviews is PR for this Super
Yeah,
League,
exactly.
right? So it'll be, trust me, it'll be step by step, little by little. They leave room for UEFA to come back at them, because at the same time they also need a compromise. They need to find a way to make this work so that they can have other clubs involved.
Yo, he took
Because
a shot
they're
at
not going to
India.
want a stagnant competition, right? They're
I'll
not
tell-
going to want a competition where
Indiana.
it's just the same teams playing each other.
Sorry, I just need to interrupt you there. People are being misled by the media, and they're creating chaos based on lies.
No, we read the statement. We know what it said. Our judgment, and this whole argument people keep giving, like I've literally haven't seen anybody who's against the Super League come out and say, like I trust UEFA,
Yo.
I trust FIFA, they're not corrupt. But
Yo, he
people's
responded to
arguments-
Boris Johnson. Sorry. Boris Johnson said he will do everything to cancel the Super League because they explained to him that the Premier League will disappear. It is false. It is not true. Everything will go back to normal.
No. Boris Johnson was on the news today. He was on the news today saying that he is going to try to do everything to make this not happen. He was on the news today.
Because remember, the Premier League have to give
Money, exactly.
Permission for their clubs to perform in other competitions. So if they say no, effectively those clubs, if they want to do Super League, have to leave. The Premier League won't kick them out, but they'll say no, we don't give you permission. And for them to then go, they have to basically leave the Premier League, which effectively is the same thing. So Perez can't come out and say everything's going to go back to normal, because if the Premier League says no,
No,
but I understand. I get it.
Yeah, but
I get it. Premier League don't want to leave clubs.
Specifically,
we've left the EU. Where does that actually leave us in terms of a Spanish guy actually running a league?
What it means is we as a country can make laws without having to pass them through the EU. So if Boris Johnson, for example, wanted to make a law stating that Premier League clubs can't leave without, he could block them completely.
One second, guys. He would also like you guys to all smash it like on the video. And second of all, I would like to emphasize that life has changed, and there must be changes, new ideas. If we don't change with football, football will stop.
Well, I don't believe that.
The main point of what's going on right now, everybody's flipping out, going batshit crazy. At the end of the day, what they'll be doing right now is they're in a massive legal battle. They've been in it pretty much since this whole thing started. It'll be lawyer versus lawyer, and the only people that will profit are the lawyers. So fans need to basically just sit back.
No.
Take a
The
chill
owners
pill.
of these clubs will.
He just mentioned the law.
Right.
The law will protect those current European competitions, but they will also expel under legal circumstances. So
fans need to just take a chill pill. Just take a sit back, watch what happens, and see what happens.
Yeah,
because no fan wants to back UEFA, and I'm gonna keep saying this every single stream I go on. UEFA are the biggest fucking hypocrites in the world, and I'm sorry for swearing, right? But let's just take a quick look at all these little organisations that are complaining about it. UEFA, they hosted a European final for 2 British teams from London in Azerbaijan that first off cost £1,000 per ticket just to fly there, plus the ticket for the actual stadium. And the best thing is, 60,000 seat stadium. They allocated 6,000 seats for both fan groups. FIFA.
Junior Express. You know what he just said right now? He said the law will protect us.
Probably will. FIFA, they did a World Cup in Qatar. First off, it's in winter. When is a World Cup ever not in the summer? Yeah, never mind winter, bruv. It's in the middle of a season. Yeah. And let's be honest, I didn't even know Qatar existed. I didn't even know the country existed until the World Cup. I can't even lie, and that's not even disrespectful. I just didn't know it existed. FIFA, the FA want to complain. I bet the Bury fans this morning have probably sat there thinking, "What the fuck you on about? You let us sit here and die when all we needed was about £5 million to survive."
But the thing is, I agree with everything you're saying in terms of I have no sympathy for the organisation, no sympathy for the Premier League, the UEFA, FIFA, none of them. But nobody who's against the Super League in terms of fans are coming out and defending it. So I don't understand the argument on the other side where people keep mentioning, well, UEFA's no better. We're not saying UEFA's better. The fact is, football is broken. The question is, does the European Super League fix it? And the answer is no. in its current format, the European Super League does not fix it. Therefore, let's find something that actually does fix it. And it ain't this, as far as I'm concerned.
Listen, what they done is yesterday, it was the big announcement. That's step one. The next step right now is this interview. This interview right here is to get every fan on side. That's it. Once the fans are on side with that, that's it. It's gone. It's gone. Watch the next thing that they will say is something about racism will not be tolerated.
Yo. He just said,
and he will get banned forever.
He just
or
dropped
something
the bomb.
like that.
He said, "I will be the president of the Super League until I'm fired."
And man wants to talk about monopoly. Man wants to talk about UEFA as a monopoly. Yeah, UEFA is a monopoly. And now you got this is an oligarchy run by about 3 men. Like, what's the difference?
Who's going to fire him, bro?
He just said this as well. He just said the new Champions League format for 2024 is something absurd. I have no personal interest in making the Super League. I am not the owner of Real, but only the president because Real is owned by the members. I only want to save football.
Basically, this was a power move. They didn't want the new format to happen.
Yeah.
They told UEFA this. UEFA said, "Go fuck yourself." They said, "Okay, cool." They said, "Cool. Now we're gonna. Okay, we'll see what happens. Watch. You think the power lies with you? The power actually lies with us." And that's what's happening. And fans freaking out about it. It's like, I agree with what Gunnar said there. It's like, yo, we honestly just have to see how this all plays out because the announcement, people were wondering about the timing. The timing was to beat the announcement of UEFA.
Yeah, of UEFA.
Exactly. It was all time.
He just gave he poured his heart out. This change, we owe it to all the fans.
Oh, shut up. Not you again.
No, he doesn't mean that. And he doesn't mean half the shit he's saying. But what they're trying to do now is posture so people can at least see their side and go against UEFA more so because everybody on this chat, everybody's saying nobody trusts UEFA.
You know what? We know what the real meaning of this is. It's all greed. However, I also feel that a lot of it is down to the fact that these owners are just bored of UEFA now. The complete ignorance to do anything about FFP. The complete ignorance to do anything that they actually say they're going to do.
Oh, yeah. They just said VAR. 1 second. There will be an overhaul of VAR. It will be better referees, and they'll upgrade. And also, they have spoken about the referees will be mic'd up.
See, this is the point of them trying to appease the fans.
Basically, what he's just said there is that literally corruption in UEFA is going on. They've basically just said it without saying it.
See, here's what they've done. Here's what they've done, right? If you want to start a business, right? Let's say you want to open a coffee shop, right? What do? You go around, you look at all the other coffee shops, and you find out what everybody else. So you do your market research, right? What's everybody looking for in a coffee shop?
You improve.
What they want is they want hot donuts now. Everyone wants hot donuts. So what he's done is he started a coffee shop, and the big bit of a big selling point is we sell hot donuts.
No, but Indiana, this is the thing.
No, listen, what's going to happen tomorrow?
Throw in the little things to make it more attractive to everybody else. The truth is, it might be really shit coffee.
One second.
That's the truth.
More than likely.
He said the other team, the other founding members were not hard to convince at all. And then after that, he said, Barcelona financial situation, Lopetegui, and everything that was going on over there, we're basically saving the entire world.
Barcelona ran themselves into the ground.
Yeah, they're paying like 700
and now they're trying to
Griezmann, man.
Now they're trying to come back to football to remove to clear their own debt and their poor business acumen. Like this, listen.
Yeah,
you lot can say and listen and believe what Perez is saying, but the man ain't saving football; he's saving himself.
No,
he's saving the big clubs and he's protecting the big clubs. More importantly,
listen, he got a lot of people on his side though today. I'll tell you that much because the way he's explaining it and the way it's coming out, obviously, this is amazing PR for them.
Has he got you on side? It sounds like
no, he doesn't have me on side. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably still gonna watch it regardless.
Guys,
Indiana, don't start. This ain't the time, bro. This is not the time, bro.
Guys, there's a lot of fake outrage out there. Let's keep it real. There's a lot of fake outrage out there. There's genuine hurt, like Cam. People are genuinely hurt, but then there's a lot of people who are faking it.
Yeah, Agal, a lot of people, look, we know that football fans are like this. If you can get 24, likes and retweets, you're going to tweet out anything regarding football. Half the people that are complaining about this haven't even looked into what it means.
Ollie's fault.
They're just Exactly, they're blaming Ollie. They're saying that they're confused. They're saying that they're bored.
Guys, 1 second. Let's get
They're
this to
saying
100 likes. We need 5 more likes.
get
If
to
only
100
5
blamed
more
Ollie.
special
Who
likes.
blamed Ollie?
No, trust me, there are people. But this
Yeah,
is
Oh, yeah, there was.
It happened.
This is the point, though.
How
Yeah,
can you
this
blame
is the
Ollie?
point.
Someone blamed Arteta.
No, but this is the
Arteta
point.
because he knew this was coming all along.
This is why when we all say fans need to reunite this and that, it will never happen, man. Fans do football Twitter, where most football fans, well, not most football fans are, but a lot of the big football fans are, right? Football Twitter is full of attention-seeking twats, and all they do is want attention. They want likes and retweets. They will change their own opinion to satisfy likes and retweets. So this is what I'm saying. Everybody's overreacting with the Super League.
No.
You haven't. We've literally just listened to Perez fully explain what he's trying to do. Well, we say fully explain. He hasn't even half explained it, most likely. A lot of people are already now agreeing with him because you've let him speak. You've let him explain what he wants to do.
Can we
And I
talk
don't
about
fully
the
agree with him
positives of
yet.
this? Can we talk about any positives? I know there's a huge negative.
Yeah,
There's one
No,
positive.
I got a
Yeah,
positive. I got a positive. Can I just say something there? Let me go. I
Go
just want
ahead,
to say what
Shane.
about this. I want to say about this. A massive expose of UEFA is coming in the next 2 weeks. The truths on the
What?
past 20 years of UEFA, some of the truths, trust me, the reality of UEFA in the past 20 years is going to be revealed. They're going to expose the shit out of UEFA.
That's what
but
I'm saying. Their next play is to get fans, and they've announced it, they've planned it. The next play is to get the fans on side. They're gonna do the mat. They're gonna say the mat. They're gonna put in rules and say something like any player doing racism is banned for 2 years, or so then that's black people. Yeah, racism is gonna stop in football, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then the next thing is that any homophobia will not be tolerated. So now it's any gay footballer can come out now. So then the gay footballer's gonna be like,
Fair.
like, you know what I mean?
Bad things.
No, they're not. But, don't get me wrong.
That's not a bad
it's going to be a play to get the fans on side. Whether they actually do these things,
That's the
they
thing.
can turn around and say,
Guys,
"Oh, we never
You know
heard
what's
it."
going to happen
So it's
tomorrow,
no
right?
evidence.
UEFA, the Premier League, everyone are going to come arm like the Bloods of the Crips in the movies.
Like
Yeah, but
kumbaya.
like,
Yeah, but again,
They're going to do a kumbaya
Can
with
I
a guitar.
ask a
and that.
question? Can I ask a question real quick to Ollie? Who
Kumbaya,
out,
Woodward.
That's what I'm saying.
out of the
With a
two
guitar
out
and
of
a
the two
fucking fire and
parties,
that.
out of the two parties, you've got the Super League and then you've got the rest of them. Yeah, too many to name. Who seems first off more competent and who seems more knowledgeable in terms of when they're going at each other? Like which one
honestly,
seems more competent? right now?
UEFA
Perez
is
comes
reacting.
out better.
Reacting, UEFA are reacting.
Because for me,
Reacting.
Perez is, and his little group of buddies are the more competent ones. And I said this before. They've been thinking about this. They'll have been thinking about this for 15 years.
Two bombshells, guys. Two
They'll
bombshells.
planned it all. Every
You know
single
what
one
Perez
is planned.
He said something that's pretty
You know
simple.
what
We all
Perez
know.
sounds like, blood? Perez sounds like a little fucking baby, blood.
Oh.
A little spoiled brat, bro.
Okay, yo, Cam, let me read this quickly. He says it wasn't difficult to convince Barcelona's Lopetegui. Also, he says all of the clubs have agreed to sign on Saturday, and we will we're very concentrated on this, and we're moving on the right steps to move forward, basically. So they're moving
How's that a
forward.
bombshell?
Yeah,
Gal? It
wait,
wasn't
wait,
difficult.
wait.
No,
Wait.
there's more. There's more. Our
There's
clubs
more.
are panicking. One of our clubs were panicking and leaving, and now are ready to sign. So he's saying one club that was about to panic and leave is now ready to sign. And
I think what it was trying. He was asked if, because there was reports this morning saying City and Chelsea were going to back out, and I think he was asked what is our team's panicking. He said one of our clubs panicking and leaving. No, they already signed. So basically, the clubs that are in it, that's it. They're in it for 23 years. And they're locked in, mate.
So let's be honest. When I think about the leagues,
big up Vegas Schooner, man.
What is the detriment to the actual leagues though? What's the detriment, especially if they're going to be?
I told you. Here we go. Sorry, 1 second. We've been working on this project for 20 years now. We owe it to all the fans. I told you that
Did he just say that?
He just said that.
Yep.
Every single little thing has been answered. Every single question they have anticipated it. They've answered it to perfection, and they will win because. And I said this again. They've been doing this for 20 years. There's been leaks over the 20 years saying they're doing this. All UEFA had to do was say, right, let's just mock up an answer sheet. Every single question they give us, let's answer it. They haven't done that. They've
Yeah,
been
but
ignorant.
wait, when you said I haven't done that,
fraud, like
no,
he
one
had a
second. When you
crystal
said I
ball or
haven't done
something.
that,
They're
and see the problem is we're getting this debate about UEFA versus the Super Leagues. This is not. There's no one here on UEFA's side.
No.
So the question is whether or not it's not about picking between UEFA and the Super League. The current situation is UEFA. The question is, does the Super League fix the issues of UEFA?
And you know-
UEFA,
and
No,
you
no,
know-
or does it create more problems?
The pros
what I
outweigh
was
the
saying
cons,
was-
Nick.
Guys,
That's
guys,
what
let
we
me
want
just
to
put
know.
this image up and let me explain to you guys what
It
we're looking
proves
at.
the ignorance of UEFA.
All right, but
You guys see this? He was asked, according to a percentage of fans across the world in all the different respective leagues, France, Italy, England, Germany, Spain.
Oh.
That's the percentage of fans that are upset about this, and that was his response to it. Was we've been working on this for 20 years, and we owe it to the fans.
Yeah, but what is this? Like who answers this? Because the fans weren't asked about this.
Wait.
Who
Is that the
decided these
percentage
numbers?
of fans who don't want it?
That's the
No,
percentage of fans
No,
who are
that's
That can't be
Why?
fans. When
No,
when
but
was
no,
we
no,
asked
no.
about
The
this?
Super
It
League
says,
means
it says
who
Are
favor
they
the
top-
Super League. What?
Yeah, it says
In
a favor
favor.
de la Super League, which I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
that's-
means it
that's
favors
Spanish
it.
for
No,
in favor.
Yeah,
there
so
are
they
not
favor the
60% of fans in favor of the Super
that's
League.
not-
No, in
That's-
England,
That can't be fans.
It's
When was
fake.
we asked? When
That's
was we
bullshit.
asked?
Wait,
I wasn't
Perez,
asked.
Perez
That's
just
board
said.
owners there, bro.
Perez just said we will hire some of the best referees in the world. That's fix it. That is Premier League fans. We've got you. Because our referees are trash, bro.
In
Mike
terms
Dean
of
in the bin.
Yo, he
in
explained.
terms of how this negatively affects the Premier League is because at the moment you got a title race. It might be 2 clubs. Sometimes it's only 1. You got 3 clubs that go down. And it might be 5 or 6, 5 against
Guaranteed.
relegation. Then you have them
Leagues.
fighting.
Man did this survey was his own survey. He collected this information, and
I'm saying.
and his boys are explaining it right now.
Neeks, finish that point though. I want to hear that.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm trying to finish it. Then you've got the top 4 or Europa League top 7. If 6 of the Premier League clubs are automatically in the Super League, and there's 5 others across the whole of Europe, you probably get maximum 1 from the Premier League, 1 from Italy, 1 from Spain, 1 from, and if Germany come on board, or if La Liga come on board, Ajax maybe. So that means all the positions that people are fighting for,
One
6th,
spot.
7th, 8th, 9th. If any of those clubs, Leicester, West Ham, etc., finish 2nd or 3rd, let's say you get Leicester in 3rd and West Ham 4th, only Leicester get in. That means for the majority of the season, once you find out you're like, we're 10 points behind X position, there's no point fighting. Let me go play. I'm going to play my second team on the weekend as an Arsenal or a Man United or a Liverpool because we're 15 points behind Man City. I'm going to play my second team because we've got Barcelona on the midweek. And that happens week in, week out because there's more games being played.
Because we don't have to fight.
Yo, can I say
Exactly.
something?
There's less to
In
fight for in
interview-
the league, and there's more to gain in the Super League.
Yo,
So you end up getting a watered down version of the Premier League and leagues across Europe in
100%.
favor of a
1
stronger
second,
Super
Leaks.
League.
I need to say something quickly.
Go on.
Perez says we have not invited PSG, and if Bayern Munich refuse to join us, it won't cancel. Don't worry. And then also he is wrapping up the interview, and everything will be done in a legal matter. We are proceeding together as a family. And he says thank you in like 4 different languages, and ends the interview with that.
Right,
Let me
okay.
ask you a question.
One second.
Hang on, wait. Are Bayern Munich and PSG Dortmund, are they stupid not to get involved right now, being the founding members?
PSG were not invited, mate.
Yeah, no,
why?
Whatever.
Does that mean
That's
no
bollocks.
France teams were invited?
If they said we want to be involved, we're dropping out of UEFA, we're having no involvement with them.
I don't believe him
invited.
about. I don't believe him about.
And the European League will continue even if Bayern Munich do not join. He
Yes,
specifically
but
said
are they
even if Bayern
stupid
Munich
not
do
to
not
join
join,
right
it will
now?
continue.
Because I believe they will join.
But Bayern
They have
can't.
14 days.
Bayern can't join on a whim because of the rule in German football where you have to get agreement from the fans based on the 50 plus 1. So even if they wanted to, if Karls Rummenigge or Uli Hoeneß, I don't know who's in charge at the moment, even if they wanted to join, it has to go through a certain process that you don't have to go through in England. So that's probably the reason why they haven't, more than any moral standpoint. None of these clubs got any morals. Let's get that out of the way. With regards to PSG, because PSG have rights in TV money in terms of Champions League, They've also got the 2022 World Cup for FIFA. So, and obviously be hosting in Qatar, who owns PSG. It may be a case of we didn't invite PSG because we knew they'll say no because they're not going to give up those things. But after 2022, if the Super League is going, PSG will be in there. There's no morals. They're not staying out of it because they love football or anything like that. They'll be involved. They just have to protect their own interests.
I know that. I'm just saying that it seems silly to me to be, if you're a founding member of it, you can't.
No. They will be founding members though. They'll just add them as founding members.
I kind of wanted to touch on what you said earlier because I agree with what you said a lot, but I think it already happens, whether or not we want to believe it. It already happens. So
to a lesser extent,
Let's be honest. Arsenal would be dumb this year to not put all their eggs in the Europa League basket. They would be, correct? Because they need to get into Champions League. Tottenham, the same, to get into European spots. Like teams that are already out, when they're still in those other European competitions, and we've done it. We did it with Jose. We threw the league to win Europa. Yeah. So I get what you're saying, where that's like a scenario that could. Gal, you are killing me right now.
I keep fixing my face on that. I didn't like it.
It's just this guy. A scenario of watered down approach to the league is like the sad part is.
Gal, can you leave it one way or the other, man? Please.
Yeah. No, but I have to keep updating. Sorry,
we can't hear it. It's in Spanish.
No, the whole point is we're not supposed to listen to it.
Are we allowed to show this?
Anyway, the point is, it's already happening. And again, I'm not for it. I'm being I'm looking at it from an objective standpoint because I'm not as emotional about it.
But I heard that, Cam. But check this, Cam.
Okay.
Liverpool's in the Liverpool's out now, to be fair. But Liverpool were in the Champions League. Chelsea in the Champions League semi-finals. For example, both of them are fighting for top 4. They have to play their strongest team in both the Premier League and the Champions League to make sure they're back in the Champions League next year.
Hold on.
Whereas in future Super Leagues, they're guaranteed a Super League anyway, so it doesn't matter where they finish.
So then at the end of the day, okay, and that's cool, top 4, I get it, the Super League. But at the end of the day, is that not then up to the Premier League now to figure out a system that makes your league more interesting? Like realistically, like the Premier League for the last 5-6 years, the same teams in the top 4, regardless of who's fighting. You get one extra team. You get the Leicester, you get maybe the West Ham. That's it. Like we thought Wolves could push, they can't. These teams are never able to do it.
Yeah, but
I hear you, Cam, but that was twice as bad,
because I have so much experience.
With what you're saying there right now, it's like, okay, fair enough. You see, like these 6 clubs now that are entering this new European League, right? Let's say that literally in chronicle order, we actually finish top 6 because of the money and the investment that we will be getting from this new league, right? So all of these 6 clubs, they take up the Champions League and the Europa spots now. Who gets in? Where? Does it mean 7 and onwards that they make up the Champions League spots along with the Europa League?
Down to 12, probably.
Down to 12. Like how that is dumb. And the fact is that we could finish 13th and we're still in the highest echelons of football.
I hear you.
He brought up LeBron James.
The Champions League becomes more unpredictable because those teams going in are harder to play. Like you know what I mean? Like right now,
no, I think it becomes more unpredictable.
That's
what I'm saying.
Wait.
Oh
He said more in his interview. He said small club survival depends on us, and this would be good for them. He said, if I had to, I would leave my post as Super League president for Juan Laporta tomorrow. He said, it's statistics. Teenagers are more interested in playing video games than in football these days. We have to do something to bring them back. And then he also said, I was chosen as president because of my experience. And then finally, he said, go on.
He says, I know LeBron James' salary because it's public, but I don't know the UEFA president's salary. Why?
All right, but we know the players.
He said, I know the salary of LeBron James, but not UEFA president transparency. No, there's not. He said, we want transparency. Why do I know how much LeBron James earns, but no people at UEFA or all legal officials?
No way.
The reason he's using LeBron James is because LeBron James is a part owner. That's why he used him. That was literally the only reason he did it. It's not because he's a player. He's actually a part owner in FSG. So that's what he was trying to say.
Okay.
Like, he's part of FSG. Yeah. I know what he's making. It's stupid. It's a dumb comparison. It makes no sense. I'm really getting tired. I'm tired of the NBA and NFL catching strays right now. This is what's happening.
But wait, watch this, Cam. He says, but no people at UEFA or La Liga. So in the same breath where he's saying we want to stay in the leagues, he's throwing shots at La Liga.
I know he was taking shots.
Did he just say the contract is binding? Nobody can leave.
Yeah, the sign with blood.
What's he saying?
He's signing with the devil.
Listen, let me. My only thing is, I don't care about, like, I don't mind the Super League. I don't care about reform of European football. Things need to change 100%. My only real issue, I have an issue with who owns it, who's running it, because they own my club. I know the problem. But my only real issue is the fact that you have 15 permanent members. 15 permanent members in a 20-team league is not what football's all about. And if that 100%. Can change, then I'm all for it. I'm all for the change, and let's see where it goes. But if that's going to be the case, 15 out of 20 permanent, regardless of sporting achievements,
This is the one thing I said earlier. I said
he was struggling to remember Tottenham's name. He named all the 12 teams, and he struggled to name Tottenham.
This is where I stand in this, because I swear to you, since this whole thing came out, as an Arsenal fan, it is so embarrassing to hear people dragging our names. And the worst thing is they're saying, why do Arsenal get into this league? Bro, I'll tell you why it's so embarrassing. It's because it is so true. As an Arsenal fan, we have been here for years saying our owner, everyone's blaming the manager, everyone's doing this, but it's our owner that's taking the piss out of the actual club. Like, we've dropped from being consistently in the top 4 every single year for over 15 years. To now the point we can't even get 7th.
Bro. I have this horrible feeling.
So the one thing I'll say, the only reason you're there, and I agree, everything Nick says, I completely agree with. The reason you're there, and I'll use the NFL as an example here now, though.
It's negligence, man.
It's because
negligence.
But it's because Arsenal has become a global power in football. That's what's happened. So, like, regardless of where
let's just read this quickly. Baz says, Nick is right.
Architecture one. I hear you, my guy.
Change is needed from solid foundations, not the things these pagans are establishing.
No, listen, but so Arsenal, and I'm not an Arsenal fan. I don't.
Wait. You say it's only because we were a global franchise. I have to say this because, rival.
You actually know about Arsenal. When
did Man United last win a trophy?
Yeah, it's the same thing. There's no difference. I'm not saying.
Look, I think we can all agree, whether rivalries or not. The one team that sticks out like a sore thumb is Tottenham Hotspur. They haven't won a Premier League title ever.
They won a title for
I'm not talking about
Arsenal have never been relegated.
I'm not saying that.
It's not about.
No, I know.
I'm saying that's why the seats at the table for Arsenal. That's why the seats.
He mentioned the salary cap.
Like, so the salary cap. Sorry, that's where I was going with this. If we look at the NFL, the Cowboys, I'll give them as an example. The Cowboys are a trash squad. They've been trash for 20 years. Haven't won a Super Bowl. They're terrible. But guess what? When you do any poll, the Cowboys are America's team. They're the most valuable. But guess what? They can't win every year because there's a cap. There's a cap. They can't just buy their players.
No, they're going to do a cap. They're gonna do a 55% cap. You can't spend more than 55% of your earnings.
So there it is. That's actually way better than anything we've seen in football. And I'm gonna say that right now.
These guys make billions.
I've been calling that. I've been calling for that for ages. A salary cap. It's necessary.
That's big.
The interview might have finished, ladies and gentlemen, but there's more stuff coming out.
If there's a salary cap, I'll say straight up, I'll be swayed, because the salary cap is what kills football. You should not be allowed to buy players for $120 million.
No. But that's not a salary cap.
No.
That's a bidding cap.
No.
A salary is that you can't pay them a certain amount.
I'm getting there. And you should not be able to say, Man United, you can pay Paul Pogba $400K a week, and you can pay David De Gea $350K a week. You shouldn't be able to do that.
They earn that.
It's insane.
And this is what I'm saying, though. But these men are getting 400 million for entering this league. So what is that that bidding or salary cap, bro.
Yeah, they're still going to be paying a hell of a lot.
Wait.
Regardless, like, what
I
is
don't
that
understand
cap?
how this is going to work.
The money.
But then you know what? You know what? I told you.
Hang on a second.
You know what's going to happen?
I need to know this. Wait, Nix, you might be the guy
Sorry,
to
go
explain
on.
it to me. How can you have a salary cap if you're still going to be part of the Premier League?
Indiana, I was just about to say that. So listen, this is what they're going to do. So you're going to have a 55% salary cap. So all the clubs within the Super League are getting 400 million a year. 15 of them, 400 million a year, and they're going to have a 200. So let's say a 200 million pound salary cap. The rest of the competition, the rest of the teams who are not in the Super League are not going to be getting that. However, for them to qualify for the Super League, they have to be within that 55% salary cap.
But they can't spend as much.
No, yeah, exactly. So they'll compete within themselves, and Ollie Watkins, etc. They'll qualify because they're the best of the rest, but they can't sustain it because when they get to the Super League, your salary cap is now
way higher.
Ollie Watkins and Matty Cash, whereas their 55% is Mbappe, Haaland. Yeah. So again, it still protects the 15 clubs who are in there permanently. It just does not promote any competition whatsoever.
Let me just read these super
those
chats,
numbers
guys.
fool you. Let
me just read these super chats. Basically, he's saying Spurs have Josh, my guy. He's saying Spurs have snuck into the European Super League. I don't know how. 600 million in debt left from the stadium. 400 million is instantly wiped with the joining fee. You know what? That is actually could save Spurs' future.
Crazy.
Then you got James Arthur saying the top 15 are permanent because they bring in all the money and the viewership. Without them, it's just a regular league.
Let me respond to that one. Let me respond to that one.
Makes sense.
Let me respond to that one. But the top of those 15, 3 of them even 10 years ago wasn't bringing anything. Spurs, Man City, Chelsea weren't anything until Chelsea got taken over, Man City got taken over, and Spurs kind of came up. Fair enough, Spurs came up.
Harry Redknapp made Spurs what they are.
But when you close off and you have this, when you have this 15 that are just there permanently, it doesn't allow other people to take the same path of a Chelsea, a Man City, a Spurs.
But Neeks, hold on. Neeks.
Whoa, yo. He took another shot at UEFA. UEFA does not have a good image throughout its history. Don't make me talk.
He also says UEFA has to understand that football changed. And then he was asked the question if he's been talking to Javier Tebas, who is the La Liga president. He said no.
Oh my goodness. Sorry. He's just said, if young people say football matches are too long, I don't know who says that. Maybe it's because the match isn't too interesting, or maybe we have to shorten the length of matches.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
Now you're taking the piss. They're taking the piss.
This is the point.
We might have to make the football match shorter if it's not interesting.
Neeks, you know what this is, don't you?
But this is the point. If you don't think,
commercial breaks,
commercial breaks, exactly.
But listen, if you think it's gonna stop here, you've got another thing coming.
No, this is what I was going to say.
You know what? I'm here for commercial breaks. Don't get me wrong. I'm here for it.
Wait.
That's not how it's run over here.
You know the thing about the referees, yeah? The refereeing thing, miking the referees up, it's what they're doing, bro. It's the American conversion. It's, we'll start it off lightly, open up the floodgates, adverts come in, then we'll start doing halftime shows. Then we'll start doing
Do you guys think they're ruining the sport? Baz says they're ruining the sport.
To be fair, they're
changing the way it's played, bro.
You can't have like breaks, and you can't. I agree, full fledged. I would never support any of that.
He says if they want to wait for 2024 to make the reform, they can wait. We're not waiting for anyone.
You know these rules are coming in September, right? Like this is all starting.
He just said the next step will be. The next step will be. The next step will be to speak with UEFA and FIFA and the efforts to reach a comparison. And then they'll try to reach an agreement, and then try to break. They won't break down, but they'll try to continue, even if it takes more time. So they'll try to work together, or they'll sort.
Let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a question, innit? Now you've heard that Perez say we might have to make matches shorter. Are we still about this Super League?
They're not here for football. They're here for money.
Yeah.
Look at Monsters.
money,
Look at Monsters' comment. Do you enjoy soccer? Switch to Geico for 30% of your car.
Big up
It's
Monster,
literally, it's going to be like this throw-in is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts and shit. It's
Yeah,
going to be like
right,
that. It's gonna be the pettiest
I see that.
advertising.
Yeah, have you guys seen my tweet of Nickelodeon and the NFL? They're trying to get
it'd be on the Disney Channel, bro. It'd be like Erling Haaland
Channel,
and
you know,
Mbappe.
that's
With
a
the,
magic.
you know the little magic one they draw the Mickey Mouse thing. It'll be Haaland and Mbappe by next year. Seriously.
In the ears,
the MLS
in
doesn't
both the
have
ears of that, it just got
the MLS doesn't
both
have
of them.
commercials, so that's
Yeah,
not that can't
if they
happen.
if they run out of ideas, they might just make Jake Paul a ref.
Yeah, but
That's
Cam,
not
Cam,
gonna happen.
Cam,
I hope they do.
it's not about. I don't agree that it's copying any Americanisms. I don't think it's that. It'd be about making the most money possible out of this league. Like in terms of miking up the refs, I don't think that's copying American sports, because that's something that all of us over here have been talking about
We've been asking
since
for it.
VAR came in.
We've been,
Right? We
we're
all
not
want to
saying
hear what's
American
going
football.
on.
We're saying like cricket
Oh,
or rugby,
yo.
like rugby.
Like that Disney, yeah.
I need to put this up on the screen for you guys. He said something. He said something about. He said something crazy right now. He's like, oh, this isn't a battle for money. This is a battle for football. We are trying to
We're
save.
going to see every year, yeah. Give it time, yeah. We're going to see every year an all-star match, an all-star weekend.
Yo, Cam,
I
one
think so.
second. Let
I
me
think
just
so.
read this. Let me just read
Yeah,
this.
this guy
versus
just shot
South
himself in the foot.
Man, just okay. Let me put it on the screen so you guys can see it. What he just said. This is ridiculous. What he just said.
He just shot himself in the foot. He's just gone backwards. He went from being positive to saying the stupidest fucking shit in the world, man. Seriously.
Okay. Anyone want to read this?
I can read. This isn't a battle for
money.
money. This is a battle for football. We're trying to save football, and some people don't care because it's not in their financial interest.
No, I agree that a lot of people don't care because it's not their financial interest.
Yeah, but
I
it's
don't believe they're trying to
hypocritical
save
because
football.
that's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
believe trying to play football.
He's talking about himself. He's talking about his financial
Well, no. He might not be lying. He might be trying to save football, because without this, maybe clubs like Barcelona and Real Madrid can't still be at the top. So in a way,
that's
you know,
acceptable. I get that, but this is the issue that they.
No, it's not acceptable because it's their own fucking fault, man.
This is the issue. Yeah, this is the issue they've created for themselves, because we know they're greedy fuckers. All billionaires are greedy fuckers, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be a billionaire. You'd stick to just a few million, and you'd be okay with it. The point is they've been so greedy over and the fact that you've got Kroenke, the Glazers, you've got the two worst owners in the Premier League Big Six.
On
As two of your vice chairmen,
yes, bro.
you expect us to believe this isn't financial.
100%.
You've made it very difficult for yourselves. It's so difficult.
Even that alone, yeah, I just look at it, it's like, how on earth, it's like me being a solicitor for somebody on trial for murder. It's a conflict of interest. You're not allowed to be there. How can you own the club but still participate? Yeah, like run the whole.
You need a players' association.
You know who started this,
sense.
right? You know who created this? UEFA has created this monster. He's right. This monster was created by UEFA. UEFA did this. They didn't. They just say, "Yo, we're gonna do our own thing." These guys mismanaged and mistreated the top clubs, and now they felt like they have to go do this themselves. The same thing with the Premier League and the EFL.
This is the thing. The only way you combat having owners be on boards or whatever is you create a players' association where the players basically are the counterpoints. Like you have to do that. Like, that's the only way. You create an association that the players vote.
But then that's just more. That's just basically where we are right now, my guy. What I'm trying to say,
he's mocking it. He's mocking it.
It's just right now. That's right now, bro. Like. Sorry,
no, I'm just saying.
Go on.
I'm just saying the only way you can combat that. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying the only way you can when you have owners on a board, and again, the only way it would work is if you have an equal board where it's like, cool, you guys have this board, well, we have the players board, and that means we have to agree on X, Y, and Z, and if we don't, we just strike. And it work. That does work. It does work in sport.
Yo, let me just say one thing to everyone watching. Do me a favor, guys. If you're watching this video and you're loving it, continue to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's just keep going. We're going to continue talking about this story. There's absolutely breaking news coming out every second. He keeps coming out with more stuff. I don't know when this interview is going to end. It just keeps coming out with more.
Mate, I thought it was done, you know. I thought it was done.
I swear it was done. He said good night.
You know what's mad?
He said good night, and then it keeps coming.
Imagine if Madrid just mocked it and they just keep going without actually having anything.
Yeah.
They just keep going.
I think Canadian
Wait,
Cam,
wait,
this is
wait,
for
wait,
you.
wait, wait,
Man
wait,
says,
wait,
Cam,
no, he
you know the
just said, go on,
Glazers
sorry.
wish they were there was no NFL Players Association.
They're not
you
going
know
to
that, and they are.
He's not wrong.
They are
'cause, like,
sure
the
they're
Players
not going to.
No, wait,
Association in capital has a lot of power.
he just said a madness. He just said, first off, he said there are some matches that I can't stand to watch. Then he said we can have a second division of Super League, for example.
Yeah. And the thing
He
is,
said, wait. He said,
sorry, go
us, the big clubs, we will get a lot of money. Then we will distribute it to everyone. But first, we need the money. So wait. So this guy just said it's about saving football, not about the money. Proceeds to then say we need the money.
Listen,
That's like me saying, Cam.
I love Cam.
Give me your bank cards, and I'll share it out between your children. I'll feed your kids. You give me your bank details, and I'll feed your kids. No,
first
sorry.
we need the money.
But
first we need the money. No, he's taking the. This is mafia talk. This is mafia talk.
The whole thing is, it's whose balls hang lower, isn't it?
Literally.
Everything he said in this against you, everything he said against the US.
He's not Italian. He's Spanish.
He's actually saying
No, mafia.
Everything he said in this interview right now, against UEFA, he said they won't take away the World Cup.
100%.
He won't take away the Premier League.
I dare you.
He's saying, I dare you do this thing. You're going to get smashed.
The thing is with this second
the thing
division.
is, do you know how stupid? If you wait for backtrack from this, from this interview alone, do you know how stupid?
As a matter of fact, they for their own future, they have to do some kind of sanctioning.
They got to do something
because he's called them out. They have to back themselves.
Bro, it's like someone beating up your baby mums, and then saying, "I dare you do something on video."
Yeah,
you have to do. You don't kill him.
And you just go to the hospital. And take
Yo, chill.
The thing is, on the statement about
he's trying to catch a case still.
On the statement about the second division, I don't have an issue with the second division Super League because they have Champions League and Europa League. That's fine. But the issue is there's no movement between the top one and the second one because 15 are there permanently.
Exactly.
That is just the issue. Bro. There's just no movement.
The two issues for me.
He asked him about Mbappe.
Exactly.
He said, I will. The guy said, would you not ask me about Mbappe? Florentino Perez. He's like, he just starts laughing. He didn't want to respond.
Neeks, I have a question for you.
Do you know what's funny about that though? Sorry, let me just say one more thing. Okay? One more thing. Do you know what's funny about that now? Yeah, you got to look at those transfers from Neymar from Barca. So Neymar from Barca to PSG, and the same thing with Mbappe. Bro, they knew this was going to happen. They knew that this whole they just thought, okay, the second that we get into it, we're automatically going to be the stars of that league, the face of that. They knew. Same thing like with Wenger said it in 2009 and all of that. Bro, a lot of players knew this, A lot of players would have actually... Mina Raiola, I guarantee you, this guy has the backdrop on everything, and he's known for a while. This is why he's been shifting his players around.
That's why Haaland,
this is why he's been doing it.
That's why Haaland demanded 1 million.
I got
1 million, and now he's going.
Wait, there's more news here. He says Marca, the newspaper. He said Marca criticizing us. The owner of Marca is the owner of Torino. Juventus rivals make sense, and then he proceeds to laugh. He then says, Mbappe, I knew you'd bring that up. We're here to talk about the Super League.
So
I have
a question for all of you.
He says, signing Mbappe, be calm. That's all I have to say. Real Madrid needs a change.
He's leaving.
That's all I'm saying. We need excitement.
He's leaving. He's leaving. This. So let's not pretend that's new. But I have a question for all of you because Nietzsche, you keep saying there's no movement. I hear you, and I completely hear you. Even Arsenal hasn't been relegated from the Premier League as bad as they've been recently. Do you believe out of all those teams, like this is just a real question,
God damn it.
Who actually would get relegated outside of maybe Tottenham? Who would actually
Arsenal? One second. Relegated from what? Relegated from
you're saying there's no movement, and again, I'm just here playing the
it's fine. It's fine.
You said there's no movement between the 15 teams. They're stuck.
Perez is coming out with
out of those 15 teams, who would actually do you think would get knocked out?
Bro, Arsenal.
All right, so
They
okay,
would-
one second.
Arsenal would
Arsenal
get
and Man
relegated.
United.
bro.
So
I'm
if
sorry,
you-
they would. We
One second.
can't beat Leeds and fucking
If you
Burnley,
had-
bro. We're
if-
getting relegated.
If we're talking about the top, like say you had 2 Super Leagues, Arsenal will get relegated.
Sure. Outside Barca.
Spurs will probably get relegated.
Liverpool.
Well, I mean, no,
Man
no,
United.
I wouldn't say
Can't say
Liverpool. at this
Liverpool. I
point.
You
wouldn't say
forget,
United,
you
man.
forget, you
I'm
forget.
A-
it, man.
AC.
It'll be AC.
AC Milan.
Milan, yeah.
Man
Yeah,
United.
let's say no. I'll say those 3, and then you got Man United, Atletico, and
Atletico on a defensive job. They are not
yeah,
getting
but
relegated.
you got Man United, Inter, and Atletico probably.
One second, let's ask the people in the comments who's going to get relegated. If 3 teams could get relegated from this
Juve?
Super League,
Juve.
Come on.
Man says Juve.
Juve this season.
What
Juve
you-
this season
he's
will
not
get
wrong,
relegated.
he's not wrong, he's
What you
not
man
wrong.
don't understand is right now,
That's
yeah.
crap.
Even if they do bring out a second Super League, yeah, the 4 people on top, they will never
Never let it happen.
never get relegated. So we're talking United.
They've already
The
certified, bro. They've already
Arsenal
certified
and
that.
whoever the other one.
They've already certified that. This is what I'm trying to
just
say.
asking.
How's everyone
You-
saying Juventus, man? I
They're
don't get.
crap. They're
No,
really
Nah.
good.
this
Not
year,
at all, man.
this year, if
They
they
are,
were
they're
in
shit.
this league, they would get relegated, bro. Come on, think about it.
Yo, what's this
Pirlo
report
manager.
from Ronaldo?
Juventus under Pirlo have been shit.
They've been dead, bro. They
Really,
will straight
really
get
shit.
relegated.
They wouldn't get
Nah, I
relegated.
don't, I
Might
don't
even
believe
for
when they get the
Arsenal.
money coming in. I don't believe it.
Cam, more so than just in terms of the relegation. If it was an open and fair, like it was a Champions League, 1 season, 2 seasons, you'll get the Man United might not be in it 1 year, and that's Man United's problem. We got to fix up to make sure we qualify. If Leicester prove in 1 season that they are one of the best 4 clubs in the country, Sevilla prove they're one of the best 4 clubs in the country, they should be in the Super League. They should be at the highest level, competing against the
I
best.
get your point on that.
I
They
agree,
should
I
be.
agree.
They should be.
I agree.
They should
agree.
be. But you're
Let me,
forgetting.
let me say
The 4
something though,
top
yeah?
people won't let it happen.
I know.
Yo,
I
they
know.
just to
let
let
me
you
say
guys
something. Let
know,
me say
they've
something
asked
though,
him about Mbappe. They've asked him about Haaland. They asked him about Cristiano Ronaldo. He said equivocally, Cristiano Ronaldo will not be coming back. It makes no sense. And this interview is now moving on to actually Real Madrid topics.
He said Sergio Ramos. Okay, I'm leaving.
Which he said Sergio Ramos. I love Sergio Ramos.
So they asked him about Sergio Ramos. He said, Sergio Ramos, okay, I'm leaving. He said, CR7 is not coming back. I love him, but it won't make sense. I didn't talk to Mbappe, at least not today, and he laughed. So, yeah, Mbappe signed
No,
it.
but
He said
Ramos,
Sergio Ramos.
Mbappe
I love
signed it
him,
for Madrid,
but
though.
we are in a very bad financial situation at Real Madrid. No one can put the money into the club. He will leave the club.
No. He said, will he leave the club?
Will he leave the club? I did not say that. Many things can happen. We will think about it at the end of the season.
When they get the money. When they get the money, they'll
Yeah, when
extend
you
it.
get 400 mil.
Yeah, like when they get the money, they'll extend it. And they're like, oh, yeah, you know what, Sergio, come.
You forget,
Mr. Ramos,
come
come.
Guys, you're forgetting. They're going to share it out, remember?
Yeah, but they're still getting 400 mil. Apparently, everyone gets 400 mil.
But they're going to share their money. That's what they said, right?
Yeah,
they're
but
going
they're
to share it
making
all.
more than that. They're making more than what they're
I'm
giving to
taking
the
the
club.
piss. Of course, look, at the end of the day, yeah. Why did Mourinho get
Finish
sacked?
that, Bamford.
Mourinho got sacked. Why? Oh yeah, not because of results, not because of any of that horse shit. He got sacked because he didn't agree with the league, and they now had the money to pay him off.
No, that's not true,
I
man.
know. I don't.
I don't
Listen,
believe
I'm
that.
gonna
I don't
be.
believe that.
You know.
I think Mourinho got
my-
himself sacked. I think he
You
purposely
know
got
my,
himself sacked.
take, and just before I go, this is my take on the Mourinho thing. Levy hired him for there's 2 reasons. Obviously, we know he built the stadium for the NFL. They've got an agreement, some kind of agreement with Real Madrid, and they hired Mourinho to raise the prestige of the club to make sure that Spurs are at the table when the Super League is being signed. For me, there's no coincidence that he's brought out the Mourinho sacking news the day after the Super League is signed. So we've got what we wanted from Jose. Thank you very much. Goodbye. We are one of the big guys. Mourinho, that sign of Mourinho was calculated on a business level. As far as I'm concerned, from Daniel Levy.
Yeah,
the man's a businessman. The man's a businessman.
No, it makes sense, and it wouldn't surprise me if Mourinho didn't know about this. Like, what was the attraction for Mourinho to go to Spurs?
Well, you know what's mad? Mourinho, when he would get, if this is Man United and this is any other scenario, what would the first? He'd have been on the press by now, absolutely slandering him, and he hasn't. So it's like you said, maybe he was.
He's bannering. He's bannering. You see that video today?
And
exactly.
listen,
Maybe he's just said, you know what, fuck it.
Boys,
Give me the money, I don't care.
I'm just gonna end it like this, innit? Because I've got to go, bruv. Fuck the Super League and fuck anyone who agrees with it.
Man, I love that guy, man. Anyways, Perez
so
just says Vinicius is not for sale. You cannot buy him. You
Oh,
cannot.
no. What a shame.
Wow.
Who wants him, anyways?
Deep.
I really don't care.
Let me ask you a quick question, though, right? Okay, because he's fast to say that PSG have not been invited. Okay, fair play. All right, whatever beef he's got with PSG or wherever. Does that mean France? Any team in France have not been invited?
Well, they said in a statement.
Who the fuck else do you want in a Super League from France?
They want
what? Isn't Lille actually smashing it out right now?
Their goal,
but that's because
PSG
PSG have got Poch as their manager. That's not because
their
Lille
goal
were
was to
amazing.
have 3 French teams in it, but let's be honest. What
All
3
right,
French
shots
teams
fired,
would it?
shots fired.
What 3 French teams would it be? It'd be PSG, Lyon, and Marseille. It wouldn't be Lille. Lille haven't been around long enough at the top level to be deemed good enough for that league. It'll be Marseille.
Yeah, good point. Still,
and this is the thing.
Anyway, guys, listen, I'm out of here. I'll chat to you later.
Damn, I gotta head.
Cool, my brother. Safe, man. Take care, bro. Safe.
When the question of who would get relegated, if that was a thing, I can tell you now, Marseille, Lyon, 2 of them right there. That's why they're not inviting the French teams, because they will just lose every single season. It's guaranteed. Other than PSG.
Someone in the chat just said Monaco, but you know what?
I was just going to say Monaco.
They go straight down though, man, because they don't have a good team.
Monaco will just get
exactly. But the same argument. Listen, the same argument could be made for Manchester United. Like we are players away from being able to compete with a Real Madrid, like right at the top. Then below that, you've got Spurs and Arsenal in terms of quality of players, right? This is what's mad to me. You should be there on merit. You should be there on merit.
I agree. No, Indiana. This is the point I was trying to make. I'm actually embarrassed as a fan of Arsenal. Like we've got nothing to gloat about in this. Like when you even look at it, yeah. Like in terms of like, all right. So like you look at Manchester City, yeah, and the players they've bought for the amount of money they've bought them for. All right. Okay. They haven't done your 100 millions or your 150 millions or any kind of thing. But what they've done is they've bought about 50 million players. That's what they've done. They've spread their money out like that.
Oh my God.
Right? You look at Chelsea. Chelsea just bought Havertz for 80 mil. They bought.
What do you say this time, man?
He just said Zidane is our best manager ever, a legend.
Facts.
Well, he's won three Champions Leagues in a row, my guy.
He says Zidane's staying or leaving. You never know with him, and he says he hopes that Messi continues at Barcelona.
They will, man.
Messi just met with his dad today in Barcelona.
There's 2 bigger statements. He says, when Madrid and Barcelona play, the world stops. It's a luxury that we have here. When Man United and City play, oh my God, this guy is a fucking joke. He says, when Madrid and Barcelona play, the world stops. It's a luxury that we have here. When Manchester United and Man City play, that doesn't happen.
That's true.
That's true. It's true, but
shots fired.
He's shooting at the fans. He's now shooting at the fans. He then says, "Will our first Super League championship be considered the 14th championship?" No, it will be considered the 15th because maybe the 14th is coming this year.
Yeah, but what he's got a point. Listen, when Man United and Man City play, only English fans watch that. When Real Madrid and Barcelona play, bro, you got people in China watching that. You got Africans watching that.
It's different when it's Man United, Liverpool, though.
No,
it's not as big as our classic.
The point is this, yeah?
That's true.
It's true, but the point is this. You don't say that. Just don't say that because Man United fans or City fans will get pissed off with it. He also did his final statement.
Bro, he don't care. He's appealing to the man in China right now.
One second, guys. Let's get the people in the comment section involved, guys. After listening to an hour and 30 minutes of this guy speak, have you guys fallen more for the? Do you want it now more than ever? Do you still are a little bit confused of what it is, or are you still against it? Let me know.
His final statement is, "Can I leave now?"
That's classy.
Are you guys still in? Are you guys Perez in, Super League in, or are you Super League out?
I was always
Agreed, don't do that. Don't
People
do
are
that.
against
Don't
it.
do that.
So you're against it. Okay, so let me clear this up again. Either you're for it, you're against it, or you're still in the middle. You can pick one
Coming
of the
round,
three.
you mean? Like you're either coming round to the idea, you're
I
still
think a lot
dead
of people are
against
for
it,
it now, man.
or you're all for it.
I'm coming around it. I'm coming around it, guys. I'm coming around
I
it.
was always
Kick
in for
him,
it.
kick him, Miguel, kick him.
There's some Super League in people. There's some people against it. One thing you should have already liked the damn stream and subscribed to the channel, guys. Big up to every single one of you guys watching. This is one of my record streams. I'm currently almost at 8,000 views this video. Thank you for the massive support, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, that would help me out a lot if you guys could subscribe. When it comes to live concurrent viewers, this is the largest stream.
Can I shout something out as well? You want to shout something? First 11 TV, next gen tomorrow. We'll be talking about this. First 11 TV with Fraud Watch with Igal and Indiana here. So go.
Yo, are you still doing first 11 after this, Indiana?
No, but I won't be doing it tonight, man. That's why I've come on your stream. So
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get your link and I'm gonna put it out for the people to subscribe.
Yeah,
appreciate that, man. Yeah, go over and subscribe, man. There's a lot going over on that channel. Very different. It's very different content.
And guys, if you're a Rivals fan or Arsenal fan or whatever kind of fan you are of whatever club, we do content for every single club here. It's not just Arsenal. So if you guys want to join into a conversation, Today, this affects everyone. That link, guys, is to go subscribe to Indiana's channel. Next, I'm going to go to Express's channel. But yeah, guys, let's talk about this. People in the chat, get involved. Ask us some questions. Put the Q sign before your question, and we'll get to them if we can. If you do a super chat, of course, we'll guarantee to get your question read out. Guys, what the hell have we just witnessed today? This has been a madness.
History.
Can we ask Rack his view on this as a Liverpool fan?
So get these man off the screen, man. Fuck me. Bro.
All I've heard is Ram and VHS and Matty Cash and Maldini.
So I haven't I missed the Matty Cash bit and the Florentino Perez bit. Look, it sounds like he's been chatting a lot of madness today, so I'll have to come back and watch the rest of it. But Super League, man, you know, I've been following this Super League story for like 20 odd years, man. I remember early 2000s they were talking about it, even earlier, like G14 days and that then became the ECA. So this has been coming for a long, long time. Like, obviously, the American owners have been, you know, probably the main protagonists. But even before then, even before any of the American owners came on the scene, this was being talked about. Like, you know, there was a group called the G14, which was basically all the most powerful clubs, the ones that you can. Spurs weren't in it, but I mean, apart from Spurs, Spurs and Man City. You know, you had your AC Milans, your Inters, your Real Madrids, etc., and Liverpool and United and that. So it's been going on for a long time.
One second, let me just read this, mate. Aaron LFC says, no relegation is a thing. What makes this thing so cringe? I can't agree with it. If it did not have that aspect, I could be open to the idea, understanding it maybe.
So this is the thing, right? For me, the whole open competition thing that's a non-negotiable for me. But everything else, like, don't get me wrong, it sounds like, okay, these teams are going for a power grab, but it's these teams have a power grab, or it's UEFA have the power grab. Like, have you seen the PR that UEFA have been putting out and these broadcasters have been putting out now? Like, don't get me wrong, all the shit that UEFA do, they can't. I don't trust them to run football, let alone the clubs. You know, the clubs, at least they're professional, but these guys can't even sort the racism thing out.
That's Rack. You're 100%. That's the thing with me. There's so much corruption in UEFA already. Is it actually a bad thing? My issue is that we've seen the Kroenkes and the Glazers running Manchester United and Arsenal. And I don't like the idea of it being a fixed league like that. I still want to see movement, but that's just the way it is. But quickly, I just want to thank the 5 of you. So I've only seen 5. I've been sorting out the baby, but 5 people have been able to subscribe to the channel. So big up to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you, Agal.
No problem.
I agree with you, Indiana. That the whole promotion relegation, the ability or the necessity to qualify is important. Without that,
it ruins the whole thing.
Yeah, I was
tarnishes everything.
No competitive edge, right? There's nothing to strive for in the Premier League, and it turns it around. I like it when West Brom beat Chelsea.
Yeah,
I
same,
enjoy
same,
that.
same,
I like an away day to Burnley where there's a relegation battle there for them, like because it's how does it affect the Premier League?
Like when Man United.
Are you telling me Arsenal could go down to like League Two and still be in this cup? Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
it's
bro.
mad, isn't it?
It's seeming like
mad.
that is actually the thing. Literally, we could finish 19th tomorrow on the next game that we play in that. Bro, we're allowed. We're just still in the European Super League. How on earth does that even remotely make sense, bro? We are in 9th position, bro. And this is the thing, like, don't get me wrong, yeah. I look at there's certain parts of this whole Super League thing, and I think, you know what, that's actually a good idea, you know, like this and that. It's all right. Take for instance, I look at the Premier League, yeah, and I look at it. There's how many cameras in a stadium, right? Every time there's a VAR check for offside, right? Not only can you not depict when a footballer actually kicks the ball, when he actually makes contact with the ball. So you can't pick that. You can't pick that. But at the same time, why is it at every single ground where there's VAR, it's always looking at a diagonal angle? Why?
Let me ask you guys a question. I'm sorry to cut you off, mate. But
that's
that guy here said the most sensical thing that I've heard all season.
I tweeted this yesterday, what he just said, and it is absolutely
Man came out and said, we're talking about the Super League, right? And there's been so much backlash, basically. But when it comes down to the actual thing about everything that has to do with racism, why wasn't the same energy given? Like, what was the exact quote, if you guys remember?
He said, basically, it's funny how when it affects their pockets, they're so concerned, but it's a shame that we can't do the same thing for other things like racism. That's what he said.
So thoughts, people. GOAT. I agree with this guy, Orlando. Bamford's a GOAT for that.
No, 100%. He's beautiful for that. I put it in the Twitter group still. Bro, he's a genius for that. And he might be dropped next game. He might get sanctioned. He might get a 10-game ban for it. But bro, spot on.
But yeah, Bielsa back him.
Agreed, man.
100%.
You seen what Milner said as well.
Yeah, I'm getting that up right now.
Milner
said, I don't like it. I hope it doesn't happen. Milner speaks out against the European Super League wearing a Liverpool shirt.
Right, okay. Here's another thing, though. When I just said that, I hope he don't get sanctioned in that. I'll tell you this from now, yeah? They're not going to get sanctioned. They're not going to get punished or anything. They're actually being asked to push this. Because don't forget, Sky Sports, they still back racism. And they still say, it's illegal and you shouldn't do it and this and that is wrong. But remember, all of this right now goes against Sky Sports because they probably know that sporting events in this European Super League is probably going to go over to places like Netflix and Amazon. They are going to be losing a hell of a lot of money.
So the crazy thing is, right, you've been seeing this mad PR campaign by BT Sport and Sky pulling out all their top pundits and all that kind of stuff.
It's a disgrace. Yeah.
Scared, man. They're just as scared because you know what?
100%.
The Zone, who
they'll go bankrupt.
The boxing scene.
That's a new thing. They took it away from pay-per-view.
Yeah, and so Cam, I think, works for the Zone. So he's not here now. So I wanted to ask him a few questions.
Oh shit!
That's super interesting because these guys, they've blown boxing out of the water with the amount of money they're offering and stuff like that. All of a sudden, if Sky don't have football, who subscribes to Sky, right? Because they tie you in. They tie you in football, and then they get you on the movies, and then they get you on the other channels.
But no one watches movies. No one. Everyone streams their movies, bro.
Right.
Nobody. Everyone goes on Netflix. Nobody.
They want me to pay £96 a month for Sky.
Bro, listen. I cut Sky as soon as I realized I could stream all the games. I'm sorry for saying.
You know what they'll do.
No, I just put it in my missus' name and pay £50.
You know what they'll do. They'll
smart. But you know what I did? You know what I did? I got my internet provider to be BT. So then I get BT Sport for free.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait. You know the F1 series on Netflix?
Is it on Netflix? No way.
There's F1 series on Netflix, and there's been plans basically saying that if Netflix will offer the same thing for the Super League, where they'll do the seasons on Netflix.
Bro, why would
they? Yeah, but
Disney Plus is taking it.
Netflix, Amazon, Disney, and Comcast and DAZN are currently the favourites to get it, unless Sky Sports or BT
Amazon
go in
are
for it.
100%.
Yo, guys, can I say one thing? Can I say one thing? We need to do this right now quickly. There's how many guys in the stream? Like 300 plus of you guys. Do me a favor, smash a like on the goddamn video. We're 8 away from 200 likes. And also, you guys should do me a favor.
Just do it quick
Express. Gunnar Express is two subscribers away from getting 200 subscribers. So go subscribe to Gunnar Express while you're at it.
Big up,
Gunnar.
Big up, man.
My guy, bro.
But yo,
Get the
okay,
likes up,
people in
man.
the
Get the
chat,
likes up.
we need to engage with you guys. So I want to ask you guys in the comment section a strict, simple question. What does this mean for your club? If you support Chelsea, if you support another club outside of the top 6, if you support a club lower down in the divisions, what do you think this means for your team?
We don't know yet.
For me, I personally feel like this is the opportunity that the owner has been waiting for to invest. And for the fans, it's embarrassing because we are a club that has values. And we say to ourselves, we're a club of values and we're a club of respect.
Indiana's stress, cuz.
He's
coming.
Stop.
Grealish is coming. Grealish
I'm a Man United fan. We already make enough money. We already make enough money to keep us at the top of the Premier League, in the top 3 year on year in terms of buying quality of players. Manchester United only buy players when they drop out of the top 4. What makes you think for a second this extra money that comes in is going to be spent by owners to invest in a squad?
Right, okay.
Because they're not going to get because hang on a minute, they're guaranteed this European competition. They're guaranteed the money.
Okay.
There's no incentive there at all.
Here's what I'm going to say to you, Indiana, on that front, right? Okay. You see, for the first couple years in that, right? But I'll say give it the first 2, maybe 3 years. Yeah. All of these owners are going to do their utmost best to get fans on side. They are going to do everything. Once they got them on side,
they don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything. It's the
No, they will have to.
It's going to be. It's
Right
going to be
now-
all of the top clubs playing each other with the biggest
Yeah, but
fan
the thing
bases
is-
in the world. Listen, all the Manchester United fans in China are not going to give a fuck who you're buying. They'll love everyone.
but
all the
English is still a
kids
big
that I
market.
coach football, they don't really care. They're just like watching their club.
No, but it will be about the.
I think
sponsors as well. Without-
but don't forget, billionaires are money hungry. They want everyone. I know they're going to be saying like,
No.
Right now, they know they've pissed off so many people. What they're going to do is they're going to draw us back in. They already know that we're not buying shirts, or we're saying that we're not going to sign up for Amazon Prime. Or what is the way to get them to do that all again? Is sign big players. They can spend 100 million.
Let's say
They can
that's
make
true.
that 100 mil off that one player they buy of shirt sales.
Okay, I
They
get
can make it
that.
back.
I get that.
Wait,
Let's say that's true. Let's say that's true. Let's say everybody gets that amount of money. Hang on one second. Let's say everybody gets that amount of money.
Yes.
Then players will come in. Players will be able to pick which club they want to play for, right? Do you hear what I'm saying?
Man said, give me your address in Toronto. I'm not in Toronto, man.
Go on, bro.
If everybody's got the same amount of money coming in, you have this 300 mil investment or 400 mil, however much it's going to be, and you're an Erling Haaland, right? And everybody can offer you the same money. Are you going to Chelsea? Or are you going to Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester United, or Liverpool?
All right, okay. When you say like
You
that,
go for-
basically,
That's my point here.
What I was going to say is, don't forget, with Chelsea, even Arsenal and Spurs, players will come only because it's London. You're in the capital. To be a millionaire in London, you are living the best life. Don't get me wrong.
that.
You're going to be flying to Qatar on the weekends and that, isn't it? Cool.
Or you could be a millionaire in Madrid.
Yeah. When you say
Or
like that,
Barcelona.
when you say like that,
Hey, I can't play the video. I'm sorry.
Fair play,
But the
fair
thing
play.
is, if that salary cap is there, then they have a limited number of marquee players that they can also sign, and then the other marquee players can go to the other 14 clubs, 13 clubs, and there will be a distribution of players, top players. There will be more top players attracted to these 15 clubs because they will have huge budgets now.
But
Exactly.
they're going to have to work on that salary cap because I don't understand. Again, I don't understand how that salary cap is going to work. When Barcelona are paying Antoine Griezmann £700,000 a week, How are they going to put this?
What? How much?
So the only way the
How
salary
much?
cap can work, the only way the salary cap can work legally within Europe
No way.
is
No, they
not
pay
his wage.
Messi
an
that.
That's
individual
not his
salary
wage.
cap. You can't have an individual salary cap, so you can't say well, the most we can pay a player is 500 grand a week.
Yo,
Because
Indiana, do you think the Liverpool
Like
owner
that.
will now invest?
it will
I
have
mean,
to be.
yeah.
It
No,
will have to be a percentage of turnover and the overall salary budget for a club. So they'll say you can only
Okay, guys,
have
good question here.
60%.
I'm
No, hang on,
wondering
wait,
where
let
is
Rack-
this
let Rack
talk
make his
when
point a minute.
UEFA was shitting on Milan and Inter for fair play, while PSG and Man City were spending 200 million plus on one player.
facts.
Antoine Griezmann makes 594 grand a week.
Messi makes 700
Are
plus.
you taking the piss?
Yeah, but is that
Griezmann.
pounds or euros you got?
Yo,
'Cause I'm
Euros.
sure it's
this is a
700
good
euros.
question. Would you rather Perez in charge or UEFA in charge?
Yeah, Perez.
So hang on, wait a
Perez.
second, Rack. Are you suggesting it would be on turnover from the club?
Yeah, so
So then
salary cap-
Manchester United, Barcelona, and Real Madrid are at the top of that tree. Where this is what I'm saying. Where are Tottenham in this? Where are Man City in this?
Well, this is the other thing. Like the other thing that I can see them doing, like UEFA have got this financial fair play that's kind of a little bit flexible at the moment. These other top clubs, they're not going to want Man City to come along and blow them out of the water for every player they can get. They're going to get serious with that financial fair play. I don't
They're
think
gonna do that anyway.
Answer this question before we move on. Would you rather UEFA in charge or Perez in charge?
Perez and Serge.
I don't listen.
I don't
We
trust
don't know
either.
enough about Perez.
It's
We do need to get away from UEFA.
Basically, if Perez is in charge, that also means the Glazers are in charge, mate.
Yeah, it means all the
Yeah,
teams
but it
will
also,
be the
it also,
members of the
it
board.
also means that sometimes in life you have to take a jump when something is listen, if you've got a girlfriend at home and you don't love her and you know she's cheating on you all the time, do you just stay there? How long do you stay with her? Now, how long do you stay with her before you think, oh, we've got to move on? And sometimes you got to go out and meet a few more duds before you find the woman you're going to marry, right? You don't just stay with that woman. And UEFA is like staying with that woman.
And I
She's
can
already
just
been
add-
cheating on you.
That's
She-
the thing,
in
I
fact, she's
understand.
cheating on you. She's cheating on you.
real quick,
That
quick,
bad
yeah,
that
before we,
you need to
quick.
go to the clinic first thing in the morning.
Real
She's that
quick,
type of girl.
real quick before we carry
Yo,
on, yeah?
Don't
Some
do the
people,
UEFA
everyone
thing. I
everyone
don't
is
want
saying UEFA is much worse.
Wait,
They-
real quick before you carry on, yeah? Egal, you asked for 200 likes, yeah? You got 220, man. Big up the people in the chat.
Yo, what
Big
about
up
the
the
people
people.
subscribing to your channel?
That don't matter, man. Keep
Yeah.
get the likes going up, man. Get 300. There's 200. There's
Nah,
200
guys,
people.
we're one subscriber away from getting Gunner Express to 200 subscribers. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I need at least 15 of you guys to go subscribe to his channel right now.
So I was just going to add at that point of time that we know the names of these owners. We know who these owners are of these clubs. Do we even know who runs UEFA? What is the internal system? What is happening? There is no
true.
transparency there as well.
You've only
So
seen them today.
if we have any complaints or any problems, I didn't know till today who was actually the president of UEFA right now.
No, it's true.
Because I
So
didn't
true.
bother about it.
But
Wait,
Why would
Dragon-
Kroenke invest in players? You'd get 300 million to finish at the bottom of the league.
Wait,
Yes,
Dragonfly.
that's my point.
I mean, it's a fair point, right?
Wait, Indiana, your analogy here about the woman. Dragonfly says, "Why are you gonna even tell her? Keep quiet, keep smashing, then find some other one."
that's what's happened.
Oh my god!
That's what's happened.
But the
That's
thing is,
literally what's happened.
I don't even know the question, but that's just great, bro.
Yeah, I don't even know. To be honest, I have no idea what the analogy was.
I have no idea what the question was.
I don't give a shit at this point. If this Super League happens, our football's done. Football's done.
You're
At
an
this
Arsenal
point,
supporter.
we have to
It's
join
already
it.
done for you, man. You're a mid-table club now.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say. Indiana, don't get it twisted, right? Listen, right now, yeah, deep
No,
down,
what's
secretly,
worse is
I'm
you're gonna
over the
be
moon, you know.
You're going to
I'm
be
over
a
the
very, very rich mid-table club.
bro. This is what I'm saying. Bro, I don't care, bro. We made 400 mil, yeah, for absolutely
God.
for like Wenger's shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're literally in the conversation because of what Wenger did years ago. I get it. Like, fine, whatever in it. I'm embarrassed though.
Shut up,
man.
Manscaped.
Like,
No, just a couple of things. One thing, that if we get that money, we need to sign those players. Kroenkes will have to, because the deals,
I think they will.
the
I think
TV
they will.
deals, the sponsorship deals will all depend on what players, what big names you have at the club. And the other thing is, Arsenal fans have been complaining right through for like the last 2 to 3 years. We're not getting into the Champions League. Now the
We're there now.
Kroenkes,
We're there.
Yeah.
Automatically, by default, we're just there. No
The
matter
thing is,
what
right,
we do, we were just there.
The thing I always say to Arsenal
I'm
fans
embarrassed by that.
the thing I always
I'm
say to
embarrassed
Arsenal
by that.
fans is, if you look at what happened with Liverpool, right, these things can turn around quick, man. Like, you know, Liverpool went from being, you know, nowhere really under Rodgers in his final season. We got Klopp in, and there was steady progression, and within 2.5 seasons, we were in a Champions League final. Within 3.5 years, we'd won the Champions League.
Yeah,
So,
but bro, you did it legitimately. You did it. We
Sure.
actually saw the progression,
Yeah.
the growth, the investment, the smart play,
The sale
the
of
buying
Coutinho.
Coutinho
What
at
I'm saying-
however much million and then selling him for quadruple the price that you bought him for, to reinvest that money in a goalkeeper and the best centre back in the world. We watched it all unfold.
And the
That's
downfall.
beautiful. That's
And we've
beautiful.
seen it.
Now,
No, I said-
right now, what we're seeing now,
someone asked
I said
earlier,
we
this
just finished 9th with Xhaka and flipping Bellerin at
No,
right
wait,
back for the
Shots,
whole
this is it.
season.
Someone asked you earlier what was the positive. And my answer is this: the positive for Arsenal fans is recently we've been linked to Locatelli, bro. That's enough for me right now. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a positive for
Like-
Arsenal fans.
I'm with a gal.
we're
I think we can get
getting it with
Grealish.
Locatelli, bro.
Grealish might just come now.
No.
Genuinely,
The
I agree.
positive for Arsenal fans is that you're guaranteed Champions League.
Yo,
And Champions
no,
League.
no,
that's
no,
what I'm saying.
no, we're
Super
not.
League.
One
No,
second,
in
one
this
second,
year
one
we're not.
second,
It's
one
eight
second.
Champions League, bro.
Arsenal
We
stuff
are.
to
It's new
figure
Champions
this out.
League,
As in American sports, the Super League will now have microphones with referees explaining decisions and publicly total transparency with the refereeing decisions, be VAR or any other decisions, right? And he's
I
also
like that.
figured out numerous other things. This is the reporter. This is the Real Madrid reporter from Real Marca who's tweeting this out. They also have Mbappe already in a Real Madrid shirt. They're looking like that might
He's
happen.
taking it out from the Perez interview. He's
So-
taken
so-
those things out from the Perez interview.
one of the other things that they're doing now, right?
Wait, sorry, real quick. Where's that from? Was that Marca?
No, Arsenal stuff. Also,
Alright.
he's basically saying this is gonna save. The Super League will help Barca, and
The
it did
Super
not
League-
cost me to convince Laporte. This will help him, and Barcelona are on board. Basically saying this will definitely save Barcelona, and this
Yeah,
will
but-
save other clubs. They're making it seem like they're saving football, but
Yeah, but
really,
remember,
are they
here's the
saving
thing.
football or are they saving their jobs?
No,
This-
of
They're
course,
making
think about
money.
it. Think about it. Right. Right. So Perez is the owner, right? He's the top guy, right?
President.
You got
President.
President.
he's the president, right? Then you've got Kroenke and you've got Glazers, who are vice chairman. Bro, where's Locatelli? Where's
John
Laporte?
Henry's up there as well, and
No, they're there, but they're not vice chairman, are they?
yeah, I think he's on the board as well. The John Henry, I think, is Gazidis on the board as well? No, Agnelli from Juve.
It's Agnelli from Juventus.
Yeah, Agnelli, yeah, I've heard about him. He's on the board, right?
Yeah,
Is
Agnelli, John
Barcelona
Henry.
on the board?
No,
Their owner?
No.
Right.
No.
So they're saying that we're going to save Barcelona, we're going to do all of this, and we're going to do all of that. Why are Barcelona not on the board, bruv? They are second.
you know
gross
what's
high
mad?
in.
But this is what we have to take away from his interview. He said, if he had to, he would make Laporta the chair of the Super League. So he's going to bring Laporta in.
No.
eventually.
He said of La Liga. La Liga.
No.
I mean, he can step away from
he
being
said
that.
Super League. So I think what he's going to do is he's going to be chair of La Liga and have Laporta as chair of Super League.
No, because Javier
That's what I
Tebas
said.
is the leader, is the head.
No,
of
but he doesn't. But he doesn't like Tabaz. The whole interview, they kept asking about Tabaz, and he says, "I don't want." He's
Sure,
disrespectful.
but
I don't want to talk about it.
he doesn't get to control La Liga. Like that's.
But
he's
sooner
part
or
of
later, we might be able to. With the way that this is going, and the way that La Liga will be nothing without those three teams, Tabas might just have to say, you know what can La Liga do to keep this right? And if Perez says, "I want ownership of La Liga," what they're going to do? Say no and lose all the money?
Listen,
No, as per what he said, they are not going to get removed from the domestic leagues. He's guaranteeing
Exactly.
that.
He's confident. He is so.
And
Yo,
this is
my
why
guy,
I think
thanks,
Perez
man.
might be able
Thanks for
to
saying
take
that.
over.
And,
Honestly, guys, Guys,
Hey, big up Matt.
I'm gonna have
Big
to
up
say
Matter.
something.
Big up Matter, man.
Gunnar
That's
Express
sick.
has passed 200 subscribers, so big up to Gunnar Express.
Yeah, big up,
Thank
big
you
up.
guys. We have gone over. We're almost past 10,000 views. Oh, we're currently at
Wow.
230 likes. Big up to everybody. We have seen today the proposal for the European Super League. Perez has laid everything out to us. We have figured out what he means by a Super League. He's explained to us why UEFA is trying to take shots. He's explained to us his whole feelings towards UEFA is negative, and he feels like they're useless. And after all of this, I've come to the conclusion that the European Super League is going to happen with or without the support of fans, organizations, TV companies, no matter what. It's either we're with it or against it. And as a public, you know what? Majority of people are going to be fake outraged. They're not going to actually back. They're not going to actually back down. And you know what? If Arsenal was going to offer me a job today, I would still take it. And anyone here who's telling me they wouldn't take it if it meant food on their table, they're going to do it. So as much as we are outraged right now as public,
look, let's be honest. If the Super League contacted, and I think Terry even said it on the Terrace earlier, if the Super League contacted someone like the Football Terrace or AFTV and said, "We'll pay you this and amount to report on it," who the hell would say no? Like,
Terry.
Who would say no?
I wouldn't either.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if it means putting food on your table for
You
your
said
kids
it
or your
bare
family,
times, bro.
who the hell wouldn't do it? And this is what I'm saying. People are making out like if you back it, you're an evil, dirty, disgusting person. It's like at the same time, at the same time, you're backing UEFA, bro. So look at who you're backing.
Here's the maddest thing. Yeah, you know when I hear like I've heard.
I want to know more about it. So I'm on the fence.
Same, bro. I'm literally I'm with the people that say Arteta out or Arteta in. It's like, bro, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because the owners are shit. What's the point? What is the point? It's like you look at it, yeah, and you think, wow, you know what, yeah, I'm not with it. I'm not against it. You need to see what's gonna happen, bro. Like, you know. It's so fucking mad, bro. I've never liked the owners. Like,
can we trust this guy though?
Bro, you trust Cronky?
It's not gonna be just him. It's gonna be a combination of all the owners that are there in the league, the 15 founding members.
Yeah, but because here's the other thing. Because there's 15 founding members, maybe one of them's not gonna get away with something. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
like they're all as corrupt as each other, so it'll either all go to shit. Or they won't get away with something.
The fans need to understand one thing.
Super corruption at the same time. Super corruption.
The fans need to understand.
Harry won't trust Perez because he doesn't have a nice haircut like Arteta.
No, the fans need to. The fans need to understand one thing. This Super League has been set up.
Harry,
guys, do me a favor, guys. Anyone who hasn't already subscribed, just click that.
What the fuck?
Click that subscribe button. Anyways, that was quick answer. Now moving back.
Igal's got a new video.
I was just making a point.
Igal's just been bought out by the Super League. I swear to God, he's been advertising in a video.
Listen, the Super League is gonna have. Have you seen the kits? What the kits are gonna look like after the Super League is out?
Yeah,
I think you put it in the group. I'm gonna actually put it out.
Igal, be careful.
Remember, there's one big sponsor on there. You might not want to put on there.
Be careful.
You need to relax. Me and Gruder was talking about it as well.
Which one? The hub.
The hub. The P hub.
Let's see it then.
Let's show you guys. This is what it looks like.
Cut it off.
No. Let's see the whole thing.
Man, show the whole thing, bro.
Let's see the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Right across the chest, bro.
Wait, Igal, show the Dunkin' Donuts one. It should be in the group chat somewhere. It should be. I think it's just above that. Yeah, it's the corner flag one.
Okay.
It's funny.
Where is it?
What do you think, Rack? That was a Liverpool kit,
It's above the Liverpool kit. It's quite far up, I think.
I used to live in Italy, right? And when they have the Champions League over there, if they have adverts just before throw-ins, so the ball goes out.
I'll send you it.
5 second ad, and
that can't work here. We take fast. We get the ball and just throw it. Like, how can you get an advert in there?
They can, but the thing is, you know what, right? When I first saw it, it was totally alien to me. I thought this is ridiculous. but you get used to it. And
Thoughts on
people criticize it, but you get used to it.
thoughts on the actual protest that they did at the Emirates. It was honestly, it was useless.
Very weak. It was very weak, man. It was weak.
It was
like there was no announcement of it. There was no let's come together. It's just freestyle. And that, to me, honestly, what that was just like hoping that AFTV was going to be outside Arsenal today.
Listen,
that's exactly.
Oh, yo, 1 second. What this guy just said right here, this hurts. This actually hurts. As much as you guys want to banter us, say we never had a chance to win it or whatever. Honestly, every fan had hopes and dreams for their team to win the Champions League or major honors that they've never won before. Obviously, Manchester United, Liverpool have won everything. But when it comes to Arsenal, Tottenham, every club has something that they've wanted to win.
Let me answer that. Right, okay, so if we get kicked out of the Premier League, can anyone do Invincible? Can anyone do a treble?
Lol.
No, but it's just that pointless argument right there. It doesn't matter. Like, basically, what's happening right now in terms of the Super League, innit? We're safe. What's happening in this league right now, yeah, is the same thing as people will say, you can't include the Division 1 titles that you won before the Premier League was. Shut up. There people are trying to say, like, before Liverpool actually won the Prem, before Liverpool won the Prem, everyone would say you ain't won a title. Shut up. They have.
You should just count the Premier League ones because they're the ones that matter right now.
No, even Perez said
man pulled the Thanos.
Indiana, but then you can't sing 20 times, 20 times.
He said goodbye UEFA.
But I've never sang that in my life.
30 times Man United.
Yeah, he said 50% of the wealth in football has to come to us.
Perez said today that also the Champions League titles that Real Madrid has won will be transferred as Europa.
Yeah, they're gone. European.
Yeah. You can't listen. You can't strip teams of stuff they've won, because they won them fairly at the time. It's not like a situation with that cyclist where he was doing drugs. Those titles were won fairly at the time.
Hey, you mean Lance Armstrong?
It makes sense. You can't just take them off.
Armstrong, yeah.
You can't take them off.
Exactly.
We've never done anything illegal to win those titles that we did the way we did. Like
they should.
That's competitive nature. Like, we did it. Like, just because the rules have changed now, you can't scrap years of history.
I'm not sure that little gold trophy you made yourselves is actually legit.
You can chat as much shit. You can chat as much shit as you want.
Question.
You've never fucking done it. That's your problem. If you ever did it, if you did it first, you would not stop singing about it.
Imagine if the World Cup never happened.
Don't need to. We won a treble and dominated.
Yeah. Let's get back to this. Back to this guy.
I say that because it happened.
Yeah, but you can't replicate it. You can't replicate that.
I put that
right now. City can do it.
No,
guys. Which one hurts more? Champions League never. If we never play in the Champions League again, or if World Cup never happens again.
What? Why will the World Cup never happen again?
No, because they're saying the World Cup, UEFA might not do it as it is.
What are they going to do?
Perez said yesterday that if there is no World Cup, they will have their own World Cup. He'll set up his own World Cup.
There's going to be a World Cup.
Of course.
They won't stop.
Yeah, but how would they do that? Though?
Okay, guys, what would happen? What would happen if on corner kicks there was Dunkin' Donuts adverts? Have you guys seen that?
There would be Dunkin' Donut adverts.
You want to see it? You're not ready.
Corner donut taken quickly.
Imagine. There's a corner kick. You can't see the ball because the advert is so big. Next thing you know, you missed a goal. You missed a goal because the donut is in the way.
Oh my days.
People are crying.
Bro, imagine corner taken quickly, and as he shouts at Origi, just an advert just blocks everything.
Man, I would actually cry. You know what this reminds me of? You know those goals when the camera can't keep up with the guy, he faked out the camera? I feel like these adverts are going to fake us out. We're going to be like, okay, nothing's happening. Next thing you know, quick corner, we missed a goal in the Champions League semis.
It happened the other day, though, didn't it?
Yeah, they will do what they do in the NHL and the World Cup of hockey with North America, like they did in Europe teams. Nonsense. Honestly, man, what they're going to do is they're going to mess it up completely. You know what they did in the World Cup of hockey? They made it like the juniors competition is every Christmas. So every Christmas
they might do like the NFL where it's AFC versus NFC, but they'll do like
I don't understand
South
what the
America
issue is
versus Europe in the World Cup.
I can see that happening. I can see it happening.
I just want to add one point quickly, that the reason I was from the very start not in against this league is because look at the way that teams play in the Premier League. Like say Manchester United is going away to Manchester City. The away team will always set up a bit defensively, not trying to lose the game.
Yeah, imagine the World Cup is owned by Arsenal and Manchester United, like in the NHL, how they own the World Cup of hockey.
Indiana will lose his mind.
I mean,
look at his face.
Look at him. He's finished, bro. He's finished. He's finished. He's finished.
So the point.
Big up Daniel, man.
You need to stop.
Gal, I've got a question for you, man. Listen, you watch North American sports a lot, right? You know what happens if, say, for example, a team.
Yo, man, pulling a chick. What the hell?
Dickhead.
So if a team hasn't got any hope in North American sports, when you haven't got a chance to get to the playoffs and you play your last 15 games or whatever, like, what do the fans do? What do they get happy about? Are they watching the games or what?
No, listen, you know what's going to happen? The first thing that's going to go is that they're going to make sure that fans have to pay whatever prices they tell them. Number two, there's not going to be any cap on prices. Number three, they're going to have their own leagues like Netflix.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in North American sports, when your team hasn't got anything to play for. Say, for example, you can't make the playoff. But,
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
He was saying, what do the teams do?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So
that's basically right now. We have nothing to play for. Yeah. Did you want to know something? Did I watch the Liverpool Leeds game? Yes. Was I interested? No. Because what was going on today was bigger than football.
The point also that I was trying to add was what happens is in the Premier League, if you play Manchester City versus United or Liverpool versus Manchester United, the away team generally sets up defensively. But in this league, you will have the same games between Liverpool, Manchester United, Man City, two-legged ties with the away team trying to get the away goals like it happens in the Champions League. We don't see it often. I remember the days when Chelsea would play Liverpool, Manchester United, Liverpool in the Champions League. It's become less these days because of the way that UEFA sets up the draws. But in this competition, domestic teams will set up and face each other more regularly in fixtures, which will be more aggressive with respect to qualification for the next round than it is in the Premier League because more money up for stake.
Yo, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys remember Project Big Picture?
Yep.
I forgot about that.
I remember that.
Man said Leicester turned down Project Big Picture. What was Project Big Picture, if you guys remember?
So Project Big Picture was to help the teams that were struggling financially, especially in the lower leagues.
I think that's FFP.
And as a payback, what the bigger clubs wanted is they wanted bigger control, more control of the Premier League's voting rights. And the thing is, right, the big clubs that the proposers, Liverpool, Manchester United, I think Arsenal may have been involved. At least they came up with a proposal. Basically, the Premier League couldn't come up with anything, and everyone was complaining why the Premier League wasn't coming up with anything. Then when Liverpool, Man United put something on the table, then everybody complained that it was too much. Like, you can't not put up a proposal and then complain when the proposal they put up is, is bad as well. So it was a bit of a mess, and that's why these guys knew exactly what they were going to expect.
The reason the Premier League didn't put anything up, Rack, was because it wouldn't change a thing for them. There was no incentive at all to do it. They didn't care.
Same thing with racism. They don't have to change it because no matter what, I've got a strong belief on. We look at these social media platforms, right, and we see it like I don't know if you saw a post recently, and it was just literally it was the same comment came out on about 50 different profiles, changing who were the important six that shouldn't have been on it. It was the most weirdest. I'll try and find it and I'll put it in the group, Igal, right? but it was just bots. It was literally just robots, just reacting, making more tweets for the companies, and give it more viral essence or whatever. I genuinely believe racism is not being fought against. More, I believe that there are genuinely bots that literally, if Rashford has a bad game, instantly just goes over to all of his posts and just posts monkey, or the typical word you can say to a black person to actually offend them, or so they highlight it more. But then when you highlight it more, it generates more to you. So then it's all PR makes money. It doesn't matter if you fight against it or you don't do nothing. It will always generate money.
That's why.
Can I say one
the
thing
socials
before you go?
won't clear it out, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Just say one thing, guys.
They love it. They actually love it.
Guys watching, do me a favor. I am about 15 subscribers away to getting to an even number. I want to get to an even.
How can you be 15 away from an even number?
Like when I say even number, I mean like
you're an accountant. You should have caught on to that.
No, I mean like okay. Right now I'm at 35. I want to get to 50. So get me there. I'll tell you guys.
Please subscribe.
I'll do a review of how many subscribers I have at that point. Because you guys don't know how many subscribers I have, but I'll tell you guys if I get to if I get to the 50, I'll let you know. Right now I'm at 35, sorry. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, big up to everybody watching. You guys are great.
Wait, can we just, before we end, we've got a nice little report from what I'm presuming this is fake, but it says Man City are set to pull out of the European Super League.
I saw that as well. It's bullshit.
Who? It's utter bullshit. It's from Transfer Checker.
That's because of
Transfer who?
Transfer Checker.
Yeah, but that's because of what Jamie Carragher said tonight on Monday Night Football. Jamie Carragher said it would only take Manchester City to drop out and everybody else would follow.
Transfer Checker are as credible as my Uncle Bob.
Oh, no, I know.
And I don't have an Uncle Bob.
People are believing it, so,
Yeah, but Manchester dropped out.
The one I saw earlier was that Manchester City and Chelsea have dropped out, and they're trying to convince Tottenham to drop out because it only takes 3 teams to drop out, and the whole thing comes.
Okay, so there's some people who are saying they've missed the whole show, so they want to recap.
Okay, the recap is this. I can quickly do a rundown of a recap. We've got to the stage where we've realised that UEFA are corrupt and we need to get away from them. Anyway, Perez has come forwards and said, "Look, we're going to mic up the referees. We're going to try and spread the money down through football, but there will be no relegation in there." Agao is 15 subscribers away from an even number, and Arsenal are making the new Champions League, which is Super League.
Wait, you're forgetting the main thing.
You're forgetting the main thing.
The main thing. Grealish is going to be an Arsenal player next season.
And if Grealish comes to Arsenal, that is the biggest W for me personally.
Nah, definitely. No. Listen. You've got maximum gloating rights after that because you predicted it from time. And I'll tell you one thing: everyone that was knocking you for saying it, the guy. He's been quoted. He's been quoted saying that Emirates is his best stadium he likes to play at, bro.
Hang on a second.
And then you see how he's calling Starboy. He's calling Saka Starboy, and that's his little bum chat, bruv. He loves it. He met him once at England duty, and now he's calling him Starboy and that. He loves it, bruv.
He watches all of
Saka. Let me stop you for a second.
He's coming, bro.
Someone explain to me how a gal predicted this, being that we only ages ago, being that we only found out 2 days ago that this thing was going
No, Indiana, I can explain.
Guys, 9 more subs, and I'll reveal how many subscribers I have.
Indiana, I can explain it. So essentially, he had an advertisement earlier in his video, right? So he signed a deal with Perez, which is why he's done this stream to promote the Super League. So he knew that this was happening already, so he predicted that.
Who's making that noise?
You don't want to. I know what it is, but you don't want to. Yeah, I know what that sound is, bro.
I muted him, so he doesn't even realize it. I unmuted him now. Anyways, guys.
It was my fault, bro. My bad.
Oh, guys, what is that talking about?
It's cooking up in the kitchen, bro.
Is this real? Or is this a troll?
Its own Super League.
Man's got to do what man's
at least he's on. At least he's an honest Real Madrid fan. Then.
No, is that real?
No, it's fair. It's fair. Egal. He says he's going to create a league with Hellas Verona, Cagliari, Crotone, and then 2 countries.
Okay. I don't know why I don't know how I got trolled like that. Man's pulling a chick. Guys, yo, Shucks, every time you come on, they're gonna say man's pulling a chick.
Have you guys
is that what they're saying? Is that what they're saying?
Have you seen any Have you seen any Barcelona fans complain? Because I haven't seen too many complain about.
Of course not. They're in. Of course not. They've got loads to pay off. That's why Man United. Manchester United is bought on debt, man. That's why the Glazers are all for it. They love it.
Okay, I know it's not about a meritocracy, but like, are you guys gonna really miss that?
What
about what?
The fact that your club could possibly be relegated.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair.
No, they could still get relegated from the league. This has nothing to do with the league.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Harry was speaking a lot of sense today. He was talking to me about this, and he said to me, from his perspective as an Arsenal fan who's been out of the main competition for a long time and playing teams like Azerbaijan and what's that team?
Azerbaijan's a country.
We were playing in Azerbaijan and playing in Bate Borisov and stuff like that.
Oh,
Malta, yeah.
Like when we're playing in those places, are we really going to turn down the opportunity to do this? West Ham today, if those guys, the guys that do the porn industry, what's their name?
Oh my God!
Yeah, Khalifa.
Oh, the Sullivans.
The Sullivans, yeah.
Are they porn stars?
Man,
yeah,
no.
West Ham literally are owned by porn.
They're not. They invest in sex toys, not porn.
Big business.
This man knows more.
Just okay, Ron Jeremy's
I heard something in that industry, and I just thought.
No, Egal, you're saying that because Mia Khalifa's a West Ham fan.
Oh, that's why. It makes sense why she's a Hammer, though.
Oh my God.
You're taking the piss, bro. You're taking the
Is she? Okay.
Yes, Hammer.
I'll be honest. I don't know who she is, and I've definitely never hammered her.
Listen, she only supports teams that suck. She said it herself. She only supports teams that suck. Anyways, let's keep it moving.
I'm taking the piss.
She said it. I didn't say it.
You could get cancelled tomorrow. You could get cancelled tomorrow for this.
No, bro, she said it. It's her. I'm quoting her from AFTV on an interview. She said, "I support the Washington Wizards. I support the Washington Redskins. I support another team, and I support West Ham." And that's what she said. I didn't say it. Anyways,
wow, you're pure gold, man. I love you.
That did not happen. Astaghfirullah. And yeah,
I was just gonna mention that. I was just gonna mention that.
Oh my God! Where has this video gone?
This guy, bro. Who is this guy?
Okay, guys, bring it back.
Can you take me out of the middle?
Let's get it back.
I'm not involved.
Nobody else is involved. I'm involved. You see how I did there? Okay, let's go. First things first.
Grabbing his boobs and all that.
Real Madrid's owner Perez has said he's the president of the Super League. He will not be resigning unless he quits. He was willing to give it to Barcelona's Lopetegui, but of course Lopetegui is on board and he will not reject this. The teams that have joined are the 12 teams. PSG have not been given an entrance, and they've been not given any opportunity to join. I don't know if it's going to happen in the future. Bayern Munich have been offered, have been given an acceptance letter. They have rejected so far, but they still have time to accept it. I was told that it's 14 days for Dortmund, Bayern Munich, and somebody else to still accept it and join the league.
Leipzig.
He's also taking shots at the UEFA side of things. He's taking shots at Man City, Manchester United not being as big as Real Madrid, Barcelona matchup. He's talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. He's talking about Mbappe possibly coming. He's even taking shots at FIFA and UEFA, saying that they're misleading. The media is misleading. Everyone's misleading. And you know what? This whole situation today has really, really, really opened my eyes to how this is happening no matter what. This is not a power move. This is done. It's pretty much over the line. They've not gone to this extent to now reject anything. And I don't think, even if UEFA at this point tried to buckle and meet in the middle, there's not going to be a compromise. It's going to be, we run the World Cup, you guys run everything else.
Someone said Chig over El Neni.
Right.
What? Neni?
Chig over El Neni.
Gal,
basically,
PSG weren't refused entry. They were just not given an invite right now because they have links with
conflicts of interest.
Yeah, conflicts of interest, basically.
Yeah.
So
they run beIN Sport, and beIN Sport is one of the primary Champions League TV partners.
Yeah, and you missed just one important key fact from that highlight, which was the analogy by Indiana.
The what?
The analogy that you gave about the girl.
Oh yeah.
The analogy.
The analogy. Yeah.
Sorry for my pronunciation.
No, I just didn't hear you. Yeah. So if your missus is cheating on you, man, just leave her in it.
Mate, I saw your comment.
Guys,
I saw your comment. What you said earlier.
I am literally 2 away from getting there, guys. Are you guys gonna do? Are you guys gonna get me there?
He's 2. A gal's 2 away from an even number, people. Please subscribe to the channel. We cannot leave him on an odd number.
Okay. Yo,
subscribe to the channel.
They make me go have a burger. Today we've learned a lot. Winner Express. What's your takeaway from this? That Stan Kroenke's not an idiot and he's doing this to make us a better club?
No, I bun that brother still, but well, again, fans need to not overreact for views, likes, retweets, and comments, because a lot of fans have been made to look like absolute mugs after what he's just said today. So fair play to him, and also fuck UEFA.
Yeah. Yo, Chicks, what are you saying?
You're taking the piss. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, listen, at the end of the day, it sounds like a sick idea right now. These lot, I told you, step 1 was planning it. Step 2 was announcing it, which they did yesterday. Step 3 is just get all of the fans on side. They're gonna say the maddest amount of things to just get us on side, and just all we can do is just see what happens and then just move forward from there, man. But so far, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like the worst idea in the world, man. Do you know what I mean? The only bad thing about it is just the fact that this relegation process, the fact that Arsenal will never be able to come out of it, or And as an Arsenal fan myself, I'm embarrassed by it, but it is what it is.
Can I quickly ask you a question? Because you're obviously Arsenal are getting in there and you're miles away from Champions League qualification, do you feel like if you won the Super League, and I'm not talking about all of Arsenal's fan base here, because we know that some of Arsenal's fan base can be slightly deluded, right? But when it comes to winning it, let's say in 5 years' time you won it, is there a little bit taken away from the glory, being that you were
No.
We win it. All right.
We win it. I'm taking off everything and I'm going around the streets with 2 shirts.
Hold on. Wait
a second.
Here's to answer your question, right? I dare you to go and ask that to a City or a Chelsea fan. Ask them.
I do daily.
No, but
daily.
Wait. You found. Wait. My question is, you found a City fan to ask. There's not many of them, is there?
No. I remember speaking to Big Steve.
True.
I remember speaking to Big Steve, and he told me, "Yo, we're counting the amount of trophies on the trophy cabinet now. We really don't care about all this other stuff. We are now looking at the trophy cabinet. We're like, yo, Where do we put the fifth one this season? Do we put it in between the fourth one and the third one?
Where do we put that Champions League we still haven't won yet?
We haven't won it either, so we can't really.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do
saying,
that.
For me, this is City's perfect chance to win it by winning this Super League thing. This is up.
Yo,
right
let me ask you guys in the chat.
Right up there.
Everyone, tell me the last player who scored a Champions League goal for your club.
Oh God!
Indiana, do you remember who the last player to score a Champions League goal for your club was this season?
You know what?
They still have it easy.
I actually saw this today. You know, I can't even remember who it is. Hold on.
Who was it for you? Who scored?
Salah against Madrid.
Was it Martial for United? I can't remember.
Okay, so Man City fans says
Leipzig in the first.
Oh, Pogba. Man
game.
says Pogba. Salah.
Yeah, I can't
Someone says
remember.
Chig. Yo, do not block him for saying that. That's funny. Man says Foden. If anyone gets the Arsenal, Chilwell. Did anyone get the Arsenal one? If you guys know, I'm not going to say it. Don't say it, guys. Let the people in the chat
like,
get it.
what's his name? The tall defender, the German guy. What's his name again?
Mertesacker.
The ginger one, Mertesacker. That's it. Yeah.
It was Shamak.
No, it wasn't.
I know who it is. I saw it.
Was
Was it Van Persie? I don't know. Who was it?
Oh, Dizzy got it. Dizzy got it. 2017. Bayern Munich.
It was.
The new Henri, you know.
Yo, don't laugh at him. He was a banger. He used to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we said that about Alex Iwobi as well.
A gal rated him that highly.
No, bro, as a striker, he was really good before he got
We should have probably sold him to West Ham.
Guess who yours was? Your last ever Champions League goal. Well, it was an Ibrahima Konate own goal, but you know what your actual last goal was? Bruno Fernandes penalty.
Oh
yeah,
Fernandes. Yo,
Bruno Fernandes.
You're gonna have to sell him when you go to the Super League. You know why? He doesn't show up in big games.
He's not on it.
Shut up.
Oh, that's a violation.
He'll probably join Spurs.
If I can, okay. So I have to reveal the sub count now. I think it's gone over. Okay, so I am.
Gone over. Unfortunately, no, it's still on an odd number though.
If it's on an odd number, I will piss myself. Let's go.
I'm actually 5 away. What am I saying?
No, give it. No, you gotta do it. Give it away.
Stop it. No, it's not
I'm at 3,530 subs.
Okay, sick, bro.
So whenever anyone asks me, I'm actually closer to 4,000 than I am 3,000. So I just say close to 4,000.
Come. That's it. That's right.
He's like this. I'm kidding myself. I'm kidding myself.
Okay, so guys,
that
is getting clipped.
100%. That's a gift. That's a gift right there. That's a gift. That's a gift.
Probably Perez does that tomorrow as well in his next interview.
Nah, never do that again. Nah. Never do that
again. People are unsubscribing.
You know what? This is
unsubscribing. What?
This is the how. Yeah. This is how you get that theme song on the football terrace, bro. That theme song on the football terrace is shit like that. They're gonna do it around that.
I need a gal. Yeah.
I need a gal to.
I do like that.
I'm giving it to KJ.
I do like that song, but I think I prefer Latimer's.
What's Latimer's?
I say Latimer's. His new name's Barry.
Yeah, Barry.
Bro, I saw that yesterday. Why are people calling him Barry, bro?
Just his real name.
Barry White.
That's his name.
Yo, you guys want me to share some videos with you guys of footballers, emotional stories?
Good.
You want to share some videos of footballers?
So these videos are of footballers, and it's just talking about Pogba at Hajj on pilgrimage, and it's talking about how devoted Muslim you got Benzema, and you guys already know it's Ramadan, so obviously I've been doing my Ramadan series. I didn't get to do one today, so I just thought, might incorporate it to the end of the video. And guys, I'm going to be doing my videos tomorrow. I'll be back doing those videos. I hope you guys like those videos that I do. I've had some people tell me, you need to stop doing these videos because it's ruining your channel. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
No, fuck them, bro. I had no idea Luke Shaw was Muslim
you know, informative. It actually is.
Is that
bro.
true?
Yeah, man.
Is he really Muslim?
Look at this.
Yeah,
Look at
bro.
this.
Yeah, bro.
During the game,
100%.
Wow.
they actually stopped in the middle of the game and they just started breaking
break
fast.
fast.
10
I
minutes
saw
into
that
the
as well.
game.
Egal,
I had
Egal,
said this.
Egal, is that where's the because I don't know whether he is or isn't Luke Shaw, but as
No,
a
he
Man
is.
United fan, I'd be like, I'm actually just intrigued because I'm nosy.
Oh, Google,
Yeah,
Google
how
it.
that happened?
Second I saw it here, I googled it, and it's actually legit. It says,
Wow.
"What nationality? What religion is Luke Shaw?" And
You
it's
guys want to
straight
see
in.
this?
It's Muslim.
Yaya
That's
Toure.
cool, man.
You know Yaya Toure is Muslim.
I don't drink because I'm Muslim, but not man. Yeah, keep it. I enjoy the champagne. I don't drink.
Literally, they
bless
used to
him, bless
they
him.
used to give this guy Man of
Bless
the
him.
Match awards, and he'd be like, "Nah, I don't drink, so take this."
Because I'm Muslim, and he said it as well. Bless him, bro.
Do you remember back in the day when
Reminds me
before
of the
champagne banned in the
reminds
match?
me of the Christian Eriksen one with Adebayor.
When they stopped doing that?
Thank you, man. Ramadan Mubarak to you too, man.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So let's do the European Super League is gonna be mad. Imagine we do like European Super League combined 11s. That would be mad.
Well, Muslim.
No,
Wait,
that's
wait,
just
wait, no, wait,
Egal.
wait,
That's
I'm-
just the Champions League.
Miguel, I'm gonna head off, yeah, 'cause it's bedtime, yeah.
It's no different.
Yeah.
But I want to leave on this. So Florentino Perez said that we'll select the best referees from world football to take part in the competition. Someone tweeted saying English refs are ripping up their applications as we speak.
It's true, though.
I'm
They
leaving
don't
on
stand a
that,
chance.
bro.
They don't stand a chance, man.
Bun Mike Dean, bun the rest of them, yeah. I hope they all go work in the championship because they're all shit. Anyway.
Man said, "What am I gonna eat for sahur? Rice and yogurt, mate."
Yeah, I'll see you later, though, guy. Yeah.
You
Later.
put yogurt on
Take
your
care,
rice.
bro. Take care.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Big up to all you guys. You guys have been great today. This is one of my biggest ever streams that I've done. The Super League, it might be whack, but one thing is definitely done. It's brought in all of football together to congregate and speak about the topics and the actual issues at hand. These owners, the greed, the TV companies, everything else. And you know what? If one thing comes out of this, we're a more united front as football fans, as individuals, and it's just beautiful to see everyone come together, be Manchester City, Man United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Tottenham, Arsenal, whatever rivalries you guys have, put it aside and just come and talk about the actual issues at hand. And you know what? For the past 2 hours and 30 minutes, you guys have been great. And hopefully we're building a nice, healthy community over here. No insults, no cussing. Let's just be nice to each other. And you know what? We're all football fans at the end of the day. So let's be nice to each other and take care of you guys. Have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow with more videos. I'm out.